All right, everyone say hi to a 3-minute video. Bye. Hello there, everyone. My name is Waba, and what you're about to watch is Mental Health Monday. It's a podcast that I do every single week live on Twitch, link in the description below. We talk with 1 to 2 guests, sometimes 3, on a topic of the month, and purely I'm just asking them about their experience with this topic. Either they have personally gone through this or they have dealt with it in some manner in a personal way. The purpose of these talks is to bring education to others and to bring awareness to these issues, and that mental health is real, mental health matters, it's okay to not be okay, and more to the point, it's okay to talk about it, and it's okay to reach out for help. There's a lot that goes into Mental Health Monday. It's very intentional, and we have a bit of a check-in usually before the talks. In addition, I myself am trained as a mental health counselor. I have a master's in mental health counseling. Now, I never, ever, ever will claim that I am anyone's therapist online. I'm a mental health advocate, and I will share resources to the day I die. But as far as help goes, I highly encourage anyone out there to seek your own help. I have resources both on my Twitch page, but also in my Discord under resources, and highly encourage anyone to seek professional help if you are struggling with something that the people on my podcast are talking about with their experiences. In addition, they're raw, uncut, and unscripted. I usually have a few questions to kind of structure it a little bit, but we might go off the rails sometimes, have some casual conversations. Other questions might be asked, delving into details. All things considered, I put a content warning out there at the beginning of my talks usually, right before we jump into them. And it's just to say, hey, show some respect, towards the guests and their stories, first of all, obviously. But more importantly, if a topic comes up that might be potentially triggering, feel free to click off the video, feel free, to click off the stream, during the stream, or mute the tab, whatever, come back when you feel comfortable. I don't wish to trigger anyone, but I want these talks to be as unrestricted as possible so that folks can tell their story in their best words. Your discretion is advised depending on the nature of the subject. So with that out of the way, I just want to welcome you into this video. Feel free to skip ahead as well. I'll put a timestamp in the description. And with that, enjoy Mental Health Monday and welcome into the Waba Fam, your mental health talk place and queer safe space. Take care. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Sam wanted to also say thank you, Maki, because they're very thankful for what you do for them.
Oh, I love them. I love them.
Also, it's very heavy raining here, so if we randomly cut out, you know why.
Okay, good to know.
Yes. So welcome into Mental Health Monday, everyone. Here's the content warning. I'm going to also give very specific special content warning for this particular talk and topic of the month, because boy howdy, we are sure talking about abuse cycles and relationships and yeah. We ain't gonna cut corners. We're not gonna fuck around. I mean, we will fuck around, but we're not gonna fuck around when it comes to talking about this kind of thing, and we're probably not gonna hold back either. So big old fucking content warning, trigger warning, and yeah. So, with all that being said, welcome in, Ghoulee and Maki. Could you please introduce both of yourselves to the chats in case they don't know you? Because I think you're both amazing.
You can go first, love.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ghoulee Ghoul. I'm a variety Twitch streamer. We do games and make art. I'm a major Star Trek nerd. Excited about new Picard. And yeah, and we're working on a big Pokemon mural right now, so that's super, super exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, it's insanely huge. And I think I'm gonna have to do another one because of the amount of Pokemon that have already been added. So yeah. And that's me in a nutshell.
All right, it's my turn now.
Sure.
I make art with Maki. Maki, as in, you can either. So a lot of people ask, like, why is your name Maki? Blah blah blah. You can call me Truth Tree. Mostly means Truth Tree, Hope, or Roll. So pick your poison. I'm a variety streamer.
Troop Tree?
Truth Tree.
Truth Tree. Got it.
Because I speak the truth and I'm fucking tall.
You're tall?
Yes, I'm tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Okay.
Close to 6 foot.
Okay.
So I do art and variety streamer. I focus on our art and animation. We do yoga and meditations on Mondays, which we did today. Tuesdays we do art and gaming, as well as Wednesdays we most likely just do gaming and just chatting. So just basically all around, and also been working on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and I've been trying to get stuff started for my B-Day stream next week. So I'm doing a lot. Doing a lot of collabs this month, actually.
Same.
Did not expect that.
Same. Yeah, so in between these other mental health talks, we're going to have more mental health talks this coming weekend with other Twitch creators. They get 1 hour to talk about how content creation has affected their mental health and vice versa.
Are you talking to Mojo?
Mojo?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
An amazing streamer that you should know. Their name is Mojo. No, her name is Mojo Jojo, and she's a fantastic mental health streamer. And she's been on TED Talk. She's pretty much really well versed in the mental health space too. And I think you two, I'm gonna get you two connected.
Yes, please. I would like to talk with her then. Because I stand mental health, and we talk about it pretty much every day, every stream.
Hell fucking yeah.
As usual, here at the WoW Fam, we're doing entirely way too much all at the same time. So charity, stream readers, and a mental health talk all in one, and feel free to do the check-in, all that good stuff. All right. Leo likes your tapestry things, but can't remember what they're called.
Oh, thank yous. Because I'm a witch. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. Okay, sorry. No, just joking. Slightly. Did I lose you guys? Oh dear.
I'm trying to type in chat. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm trying to
this.
answer King Kana's question right now.
Yeah, that's
because it is a doozy. There's something I want to ask
hold
today.
on.
My friend that really recently, King Kana, this does go in the YouTube video. I just want to let you know. Everything before chat gets deleted, but this goes in the YouTube. Someone asked today, my friend recently checked himself into a mental hospital. I do not know why. His girlfriend let us know on Discord. Now, obviously, I want to support him in his choices, but I'm not sure how I can help. His girlfriend offered to ask her for the phone number. Talked to him. She said he is lonely, but I don't want to bother him. Anyway, sorry for babbling. Not sure what to do to help him, be there for him. Can you let people help? I think you could call during like normal business hours kind of thing and request to talk with him and just be like, hey, I'm here for you, whatever you need, if you want to talk now, or if you want to talk when you get out. And I really hope that you get the help that you need and deserve, because really when you check yourself in a mental health hospital, oftentimes people do that. And unfortunately, this is a last dire situation piece of advice that I've given to people before of like, you really want to get your mental health journey started, check yourself into a mental health ward. It's not a fucking fun time depending on where you live, but it is one fucking way to get connected with like resources and a social worker and all that good stuff. So I would say maybe like you're proud of him that like, maybe he recognized something he needs to go. So that's fucking super huge, and it's a super scary decision. So maybe he's scared as well, and just showing him that love in that way is a great way to just, be supportive. Fun fact, this friend is my ex who dumped me to be this abusive asshole, and yet here I am and going on my way to help someone who's just as much a piece of shit. Scarlett, we're going to talk about, uh, seeing abusive pieces of shit through fucking rose-tinted glasses, because, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not alone, and your friend is not alone. And honestly, Scarlett, my advice is probably just gonna end up being cut this friend off, or / if you really want to help them out, like stage an intervention, because she's not gonna fucking get it. Someone's been on the ward. Absolutely get the number and call. That would made my day when I was there. Yes, you could send a letter by reaching out with your number. Sometimes just know to have someone there. Absolutely. The ex who dumps you for a shitty person. Been there, dude. The situation is very complicated. The relationship definitely should have ended, but yeah, it's hard, dude. Ultimately, you got to take care of yourself. Meaning you got to step away from the situation. No matter how much you want to help your ex, you can't force them to understand the situation. That's true. That's true. Okay. Frankie is leaving work now. I told him that they can call if they need to, because it is raining pretty heavily, although it's kind of stopped right now. I don't know what the weather is up there, but we'll see. Be right back. I need to grab my food. Ooh, food time. All right, Ghoulee, it's you and me. Ghoulee Ghoul is my new crush, honestly. Ghoulee Ghoul is all of our new crush. Go simp for her. All right.
I'm gonna blush. I feel like in my lights you can't tell my redness too much. That's why I couldn't be blonde anymore. I'd turn bright red and you could just see it.
I mean, some people are into that shit, so.
I know, I turn red all the time.
Then that's why they support you, obviously. They are red turner into Kinkus. I don't fucking know. Anyway, want to talk about abusive relationships and how, like, it's fine, and all my friends are saying these things that my boyfriend is bad and abusive, but I don't want to see it. What is that like? Why is that?
God,
What's going on with that?
It's so hard.
It's
well, because
multi-layered.
your partner's supposed to be somebody you like support. So
Right.
you want to support them. And like, God, mine was he lied a lot and he stole like from everyone around. And so when I finally was being told, like, I think he stole this from my bedroom. Like, he was the only one. I'd have I never saw like video proof, but I'd always be like benefit of the doubt, like always. Right. And I don't know why. Like, oh, so bad. It's so bad. I mean, at the end, like when it was all done, it was just like, how did I not even try to trust like what my friends were saying? Like,
yeah.
I just was trying to be supportive and, like nobody was in his corner, so I would be in his corner.
So here's the thing I feel that often happens is that you kind of try to like blame yourself a lot for like, oh, not seeing it sooner, not getting out of it sooner. But, is it really your fault? Because if this person is abusive for a reason, it also means they're highly manipulative. They know how to manipulate people. They know how to get what they want, So, it doesn't surprise me that your friend is so quick to defend abusive piece of shit boyfriend and give them the benefit of the doubt and just be like, no, like they're a good person. They pet puppies, they donate to charity. How could they do these things? They're such a good person.
Yeah.
Thanks for the advice, all of you. I make contact. I do value his friendship. I'm worried about him. I just not know if it was something someone should discover on their own. I never want to overstep. But again, Wildland community give me strength and more importantly, more knowledge. Yeah, absolutely. I think it is important to let them know that like who informed you of this and just be like, yo, I heard this from so and so, but like I just want to know that I support you. For sure. Maki, what are you eating? I like food.
A burrito.
What kind of a burrito?
Carne asada burrito with rice, beans, green sauce, and pico de gallo.
Yes, correct. Correct answer.
Indeed. So I just missed the question.
Yes. So the question was, what is up with the fact that partners will excuse their abusive partners. Like, how can they excuse them? What goes on? Like, why do they excuse them? Even like when presented with evidence, why do you think
Easy.
Yeah,
Easy, because it's their choice. It's their choice. They are constantly choosing this person every day. That's just that easy. When you've been with someone, you're comfortable with them, you're able to tolerate more what you think you can tolerate
bullshit.
more. Right. Doesn't matter, like, and it also it depends on how people approach you with it. When I was in it was like my first relationship, I was 16, and I met this guy off of MySpace. And yeah, online dating.
Yeah.
Look where we are now in our society.
Now we got Facebook and Tinders and Bumbles.
I was ahead of my time. Look at that. So dating him, we were together for 4 years, but something that kept happening was the fact that a lot of my friends, since we were all in high school, it was high school at the time, the way that my friends reacted to him made it worse, made everything worse. And not an excuse of him, but excuse of me, in a sense of like, I can deal with his bullshit, but the way that y'all acting about this is not okay, because what they used to do was be physically involved instead of like talking to both of us or having a common sense of like talking to one of us or both of us. People will literally come up to us and say, you shouldn't be together. And then try to pull our hands apart. And then like start fights with him. It's like, if y'all really cared about me, then you will work with me to deal with him instead of sitting here and like causing more heat and more drama to the point where this young man can go to jail. Because he's dealing with his own fucking trauma. And I was dealing with my own trauma too. We were both abusive towards each other because we did not know how to deal with one another. And like, we can go back and forth and say like, oh, he did this and did that. We were both abusive towards each other because we didn't know better. And we didn't know the proper tools to handle both situations. And both of us dealt with really toxic parents. I would say my mom was a lot worse, but I can tell you right now, his family was even shittier. So it's both sides, not just only one. That's what I have to say.
I mean, it definitely takes two to tango, but I just want to be careful with...
I'm speaking in the sense of those of us who have been in abusive relationships when both parties were abusive.
Right.
Not just only one.
But with the situation where it's only one party,
yes, that's a different story.
It's a different story. And unfortunately, one of the things with that is that you trick yourself into thinking that it is all my fault. Like, oh, I shouldn't have pissed him off. That's my bad. I made him angry. I should say them. But unfortunately, a majority of abusive partners tend to be male. Not always the case. But yeah, I'm going to try to use they, them to be gender neutral regarding this subject. So yeah, absolutely agree with you, Leo. It's not your fault if you're reactively abusive. It's still not your fault for being abused. You can only hold yourself accountable for your own behavior. So you can't blame yourself for your ex-partner being abusive, picking unhealthy ways to approach problems in relationships. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's a very hard thing to forgive yourself for that as well. Because it's like, oh shit, we were both shitty. Does this mean I'm a complete piece of shit and can't heal and can't, become a better person? No. You both can potentially become better people. And it definitely can be a situation of hurt people. And I feel like that's probably what it was for you, Maki. Is both hurt people are hurting people with each other.
Yeah. A lot of the time in our relationship, I try to be the peacekeeper.
Yeah. The role that you played.
Yeah, like, because I've dated someone that grew up in the hood deeper than I did. And he did not know how to adapt to society. Every time somebody looked at him, he would like go off and snap. And I had to like teach him, like, look, these people up here don't understand where you're coming from. These people don't know you, because growing up in like the ghetto or the hood and stuff like that, it's a completely different mindset and mentality, where you're going into white neighborhoods. Let me just paraphrase. So I grew up in Mid-City in LA.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much, it's like a fair thing. But Crenshaw in Washington, these streets are well known throughout Los Angeles and through the world. Well, United States. He lived in Inglewood. So usually time when I was going to college, going to art school, he had to travel all the way up to where I was and be in my environment. But he had to always go back to being in that environment. And there has been times where I had to talk to him. It's like, yo, you can't act this way up here. There's tons of white people up here. They don't see
Right.
you the way that everybody else sees you in the hood. They don't see you. They see you as a fucking threat in a completely different way, to the point they can easily put your ass in jail. Also, like, white people don't do the things that we do. So you need to chillax and like calm down and learn how to adapt. And he couldn't do it. He just couldn't. He wasn't capable of it. And when he tried, he failed hard. And it was like not even. I honestly think he was undiagnosed bipolar, to be honest.
Potentially.
The ways that he blew up and started attacking people, it was horrible. It's horrible. And the time that I did break up, I was with him for 4.5 years. And what stopped me from continuing the relationship was the fact he kept getting in fights with my roommates, which were all girls. And he wouldn't leave my apartment when he kept showing hypocritical behavior. And I would try to kick him out, and he's like, oh, you're gonna kick me out, you're gonna kick me out. It's like, yeah, because you're disturbing my roommates. He's like, oh, so you're choosing me over them? I'm just like, bro, get the fuck out, like, just go. We would talk later. And like, we used to have RAs that were living right next to us, and it could have got me kicked out of this apartment. It was the only place I was living, so I didn't want to go back to my abusive mother. So it's just like, it was hell dealing with him. And just seeing how he just kept blowing up and blowing up. The thing that really triggered me to break up with him and call it off was I was hugging him, and we were in my room, and he looked himself in the mirror. He's like, do you think I'm sexy? And I'm like, excuse me? Do you think I'm sexy? And I was just like, I can't tell you that you're sexy unless you feel like you are. And that's what completely turned me off from him. Like, I don't know what it was, the fact that he had so much insecurities that I couldn't heal that. I couldn't work with that, because I had my own. And I was trying to figure out my own insecurities, and dealing with his. It's like, I'm done. I don't love you anymore. And I think I stopped loving you for a very long time. I just more so was trying to help you, but I can't even barely help myself. So, yeah. That relationship was pretty bad.
I mean, it sounds like in that moment, it was just basically like, God, I have to do emotional work for you? Like, shit. Like, fucking as it is, I
Right?
feel like,
Yeah.
I was about to, yeah, you know what I'm going to say here. Like, as it is, I feel like oftentimes, women are seen to be expected to do emotional labor in their relationships, especially in their relationships with very immature, I guess is a word I could use for it, immature, unconfident boys and men. I see that unfold so many times, even in my own life, and I'm guilty of it myself. And I've gotten a lot better to not be an emotional, Like, I don't want people to view me as someone who they need to do emotional work for. I think that's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that does occur a lot. Those kind of
Yep.
friendships occur. So, and it's just kind of one of those, like, you're socialized to care for everyone else first and to emotionally coddle people as well. Kind of a skill that you pick up. So definitely in that moment, it's just kind of like, wow. Yeah. Like, you
Yeah, it
want,
was a big eye opener.
yeah, you needed someone who was already self-assured.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I should have saw it in the beginning
Yeah.
when we first started dating. When he first came over my place, that was problem number one of inviting him over my house. But
What happened there?
since my mom didn't let me date, I basically told her, like, I met this guy, like, went through the whole spill with her, and she's like, no, have him come over here. I'm like, isn't that not safe? Like, can we, like, meet him someplace or something? But yeah. And then, like, I told him at the time when I was, like, young, like, I was 16, and I was like, I don't like hairy guys. And, like, he latched onto that and, like, rammed it in throughout our whole relationship.
Like,
I'm
he
just
held
like,
that against you?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And a part of
Maki,
me is like, what? Like, what? It's like, no, I look back, it's like, what the fuck do you expect me to do? I'm 16. Of course I'm not going to like hairy men. Like, what the fuck? I'm 16.
Yeah.
Like, but I like you and I'm willing to accept you, obviously. Like, I, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I had that problem since the beginning of that relationship. And I'm just like, get over it.
yikes.
But the thing is, that's another perspective that I've heard from a lot of young men who get hit with hair at a younger age, and they get ridiculed for it. And not from the dudes. The dudes love it. Dudes like, yeah, you're a man now, blah blah blah. But girls don't like that shit when they're younger. They don't, because all the pretty boys, all the boy bands and shit, they're all smooth and baby smooth. Like, that's all we want. They're all smooth, clean cut. That's how they advertise to young teenage girls. So this is what we sort of project out. So when we actually start looking at actual dudes out there that we actually like, they don't look like that. So it's just like, it's ingrained in us already. So it's just like, I don't know where I was going with that, but you guys catch my drift.
I get you. I just have one question. It's a quick
Yeah, what's up?
question. Do you still not like hairy dudes?
No, I love them.
Oh, okay. Damn. I was kind of hoping that you hated them just so I could be like, well, I'm a hairy non-binary. Fuck you.
I love them. Like, I love beards. I'm obsessed with beards. I love beards.
Oh no. Is that
I
why you
love
like
beards. Mm-hmm. Damn straight. I like how you got your goatee. I was like, what's something different about Waba? He's like, oh, you got this nice mustache and connect right there. Okay, Waba.
me? Oh, you fucking make me blush here.
Blush away, honey. Blush away.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
Hi, Plum Bob. Welcome in. Hi, fucking Bear Project. Love you. Oh my god, I love you both. Look at these amazing people right now. Plum Bob, how have you been? Oh my god. Plum Bob, we're still good for the 28th, right? I'm sorry. Literally, I see you in my chat, and I'm like, I want to pull out my schedule right now. Maki's awesome. Love you, Wubba. Love you too, Bear. All right,
Aww.
so we're talking. So welcome in, folks. We're talking on some real shit, as per usual. We're talking on relationships and abuse all this month, and we were just talking about how there's situations where like both parties are abusive. There's situations where only one party's abusive. And either way, it's something where it's like, you know, you got to take responsibility for your shit. Got to take responsibility for, you know, what you contributed, what you did. But on the other end, you know, if you've been abused, then it's really not your fault because they're good fucking manipulators.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're good fucking manipulators. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah. Like it, oh, Jesus Christ. You guys are making me remember things that I've repressed.
Yes, that's kind of the point. Welcome home, babe.
Yep.
Hey. It's good. We're talking on relationships and abuse. Yeah. That doesn't sound fun? No. Don't want to talk on your... Anyway, I'm glad you're home. I hope it wasn't raining too badly.
It really wasn't.
Okay, that's good.
And there were also no other people.
I'm doing great, Plum Bob. We're jamming. All right, Ghoulee, you've been quiet this whole time. Let's go. Let's chop it up.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I was young and stupid.
Well, we were all young and stupid at one point.
Yeah.
Still are.
So I was in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
Gosh, we were probably only together like a year, but I was 19 and I met one of his friends. And his friend had been visiting from like out of state and was just visiting. And so after that, he added me on Facebook and he just started talking to me. And he would comment on everything and he was really friendly. And so of course, when me and my ex broke up, he swooped in, but he was like...
How young was this? You said you were young.
I was 21 when I first started dating him, I think. He was 7 years older than me. So...
Okay.
I thought he was cool.
Yeah,
But...
of course.
Of course, like we did like 4 years, but like 3 years in, I started noticing that like he was only friends with like 20-year-olds and like 21-year-olds, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like,
No one is.
you know, like we're
about that?
we're in like Long Beach, like there's fucking people everywhere. It's a city. There's
Right.
shows. There's art. There's so many things to do, and like he just only hung out with people younger than him. But the whole time, I was like blind. He was doing drugs the whole time. Like, I had no clue. I had
What?
no idea.
How would you not know?
I didn't start noticing until like the end of the relationship when he wouldn't have coffee in the morning. He had been up all night, like doing speed or
coke?
meth or something. No, meth. It was very cheap.
Meth. Oh.
Very, very cheap. Yeah, it was super bad. And
Meth
so
is cheap?
So
Yo.
how it ended up ending was he didn't have rent, and I was like, well, that sucks. But I had found like the little pipe thing. He tried to say it was his friend's. I called the friend. The friend was like, no. And
Oh my
so I was
God.
like, you
Crack
don't have
pipe.
rent. You got it. You know, like, what did you spend all your money on? Oh, well, I'm really addicted to these drugs, but I only spend $7 a day on them. But $7 a day is still your rent. So that was like the final straw at the end. But he had been stealing from every neighbor. He'd been
Holy
stealing from
shit.
anybody's house he could get in. Our next door, we were like in this duplex with this like cute like gay couple, and he would sneak in there and steal the video game controllers and pawn them. And they'd be, they were drunk partiers, so they were just like, what's happening to we must be losing it. And like after like the 5th or 6th one, it was like, what's happening to our controllers? And so that when it hit me, he was probably pawning those. That was definitely him. And then he stole like a bunch
Yeah.
of like mushrooms from my like, I mean, now she's my best friend, but we were not best friends then. And he like stole that. That was like one of the biggest like confrontations I ever dealt with. We ended up moving out of that place because it was because he stole from them. Like, and I didn't
Right.
acknowledge it. I was like, no way. Why Why would he steal from the house he lives in? Like, that's no fucking way. But he couldn't hold a job. I paid for everything. Like, I don't even know. He'd go to the grocery store and he'd come back with a bunch of groceries, and it was when they were like implementing like your own bags, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He'd just fill his own bags and walk out of the store. I didn't know. I finally like it occurred. I was like, "You're not using our EBT. Like, what? How are you coming home with all these groceries?"
Free shit.
Yeah. It was a long, difficult journey. Once I realized he had been doing drugs, it was like all these moments hit me that like made sense.
Shit.
Yeah, and I didn't even like. He'd like get in these like art moods, or he'd like draw for like days. And he was doing a bunch of drugs.
Yeah. Big fucking content and trigger warning for this entire month, everyone. Like, this is going to dredge up some memories for y'all. This is going to definitely trigger y'all. Like, I really genuinely hope for everyone that's listening out there or listening to the back on this on YouTube that you're taking care of yourself, that you're in a safe space, that you can, properly manage those triggers. Always feel free to step out if you need to. But this stuff is important. That's why I want to talk about it so openly. And it does. It absolutely makes sense. It just clicks after a while,
Yeah.
right? Just like, oh shit, that's what was happening. I was getting abused. Yes. Oh, those are cute. Frankie got their new glasses.
It was crazy because afterward, I started learning, like, he was like a pathological liar.
As they are.
And I never questioned anything. Like, I just didn't. After that, I questioned, like, anything anybody told me, though.
Yeah.
But it was so bad. Like, and then he had, like, moved away. And I was scared he was going to come back. He stole all these things from me when he left. He stole, like, all these old coins that I had been collecting from my childhood. And, like, he wouldn't admit that he stole them. And, like, I kept being like, well, at least tell me how much you got for him. Like, fuck. Like, those meant way more than any amount of money. Like, Jesus. But he had left, I think his Facebook logged in or something. And so I ended up looking at some of the message after he left, and he was talking to, like, these, like, 19-year-old girls and, like, making up all these weird stories. Like, I was making music, and so he tried to say he, like, produced my album or something, and, like, made up this really weird story. Like, it was so weird. I ended up, like, I, like, logged out, and then I ended up messaging her, just giving her a heads up. And, like, yeah, I don't know. He freaks me out. He worries me all the time that it's like he's probably still.
I mean, he's a fucking predator.
Yeah,
110%.
no, I absolutely.
Like, he's probably a predator living in some college town somewhere, preying on little 20-somethings.
Yeah,
getting drunk. Like,
he
yikes.
changed his name a little bit. He goes by, like, his middle name and added a letter to his last name. But somebody on Instagram, like, messaged everyone on his following once and was like, he stole my laptop with all these things on it. I need to fucking find him. And, like,
Oh my god.
Then I was like, oh, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Being single is good for your mental health, kids, is what we're learning. No, but seriously, like, so here's a fucking, all right, Waba's quick and dirty guy that's not official and not mandated or stated by any or backed by any research other than observational research. If you are single and you are self-sustainable and you become self-sustainable, you become confident in yourself, you become confident and grounded in your reality, it becomes incredibly harder for people to basically try to pull the wool over your eyes, so to speak, to manipulate you, really.
Yeah.
Because, the sooner that you kind of, like, wake up, smell the coffee, and be like, all right, people can be fucking shitty. People can also be the opposite of shitty as well. Like, there are some amazing folks out there, and, there's other various traumas related to, like, not wanting to accept that someone is like can be a genuinely good person. I've gotten that a lot actually, where people are like, I'm scared to like open up or like even believe that like y'all can love me. You know, I feel very unlovable, and I'm like, I get that, but like we're still gonna be here, and I think the difference is that we're stable, and people that are going to abuse you and do abuse folks in their lives, they're going to be very unstable. They're going to be very untrustworthy. They're going to be shifty in their presentation of themselves, you know? So if you're very self-confident, I think that's the biggest scare away for abusers in general.
Yeah.
Deeply crave love and care. I haven't been able to accept it. It's my last relationships lead to lots of toxic behavior because they were using, and this is what abusers do. Hello. All right, great. Now we get to bring up this lovely little chart, which we'll just fucking have here permanently for the rest of these talks forever. Hello and welcome to the cycle of abuse, kids. And this happens in a lot of fucking different situations and relationships, and I know my scene is busy as fuck, but too bad. But yeah, this is a cycle of abuse, kids, and they're taking your past relationships took advantage of that, you know, need for love and care, and that need for love and care. Everyone has that. Everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be cared for. You know, we have an emotional need, a physiological and emotional need to feel loved and to feel belonged, i.e. Maslow's reference. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, like physiologically safe is tier 1. Belongingness is like tier 2, I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up again. But yeah. So people prey on that. People prey on that. Like, oh, you want to be loved? You want to be praised? All right, we'll give you attention for all the wrong reasons, which is oftentimes how little fucking girls, like children, literal fucking children, are often sexualized because of this abuse, because of this manipulation of only giving attention when they're showing off, say so to speak. You know? Like, that's how fucking the culture of pedophilia exists. This godforsaken country, I swear to God. Anyway, I'm probably going off on 7 different tangents, but either back me up or call me out, one way or another. Let's have a conversation. 'Cause I fucking think that's part of it. That's part of why pedophilia is, like, a fucking thing. I'm just annoyed.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up.
It's okay.
Trying to catch up with chat.
Do crave love and affection at the same time. It's just being single has helped me stay away from any self-destructive behaviors. Yeah. Last session, we did both with one another. It was codependent shit show. I hold myself accountable for the harm I caused. Of course, big reason why I'm single. I don't want to get into another cycle. Yeah. CSA really impacts your ability to have stable relationships, and it feels so unfucking unfair. Yeah. Yeah. Any kind of CSA. Absolutely. Which is childhood. I forget if they made it, because I know there's another term for it. It's just childhood. What is it? Oh my god.
What are you trying to think of?
Any adverse things that happened during your childhood. ACE.
Yeah.
Adverse childhood experiences. Thank you, brain. Childhood sexual assault at CSA specifically is an updated term I'm not super familiar with, and I just thought of it. It's ACE. Adverse of childhood experiences.
I thought it was not assault, but abuse.
Abusive? I can look it up. We have Google.
Google exists.
We have Google, kids.
Anyway.
ACE. But yeah. All right. You two talk about things. Adverse childhood experiences. Yeah.
Oh boy. That was like a run-on statement in my life. What do you want to know? Because
Sorry, I went on a giant rant about how I tried to connect the idea of abusers and manipulators to the existence of the pedophile culture in the US and how, like, you know, girls are sexualized and only given attention, and predators prey on that need for attention that we have on a hierarchical, you know, needs list. Grooming, etc., so forth. But also this plays into literal CSA and yeah. Hi Cypress, welcome in.
The internet was so crazy when I was like in high school when MySpace was like big. And I can say, as like Southern California, there was so many creepy dudes like trying to message to do like photography or whatever. And like some of them would be old. Some of them would be very old. I understood why my parents were very scared of the internet.
Hold please. This is gonna be very large. It's so large. Oh, it's so large. Oh, it's incredibly large.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck me. It was a 4,000 by something image.
Jeez.
Why is it? It's cropped too. Fuck that. Sorry, go
What?
on. Go on.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, the internet was just scary. I feel like I knew so many friends that like just went to go meet people and be like, it was like before cell phones too, or when you had like, you know, the Nokia phone when you'd like go to the mall and get different cases to put on them. I don't know if you remember.
I do kind of remember that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, those phones. So it was like, I
Man.
don't know. Risky business.
Like
Risky
people
business.
like it's sort of weird because like MySpace was his own like new thing of people like being really predatorial and just meeting up with people on random was so trustworthy. Like everybody
Yep.
trusted into it so easily. But mention Black like was it Black Planet? Not Black Planet. Was it before like MySpace? It was AOL. I think it was Black Planet. This like off-grid thread that not Black Planet, was it Black Planet? I think it was chat rooms.
Chat
It
rooms,
was
ASL, MSN,
ASL. Yeah, thank you. I'm struggling here. And then
AO
it was
baby girl, ASL. I got a fucking 12-inch
then it
for
was
you.
this thing called like this like call hotline called the Loop, which like you will go into this private like go into this chat room and then you press a certain room that you want to go in and you just chat with random fucking people, and that was my thing. I loved it. I just like it was just random, just talking to weirdos and talking to people. And like some dudes would just get really weird and creepy, and then just like you just boot them and just like then go to the next room. And like a lot of dudes would try to like meet up. It's like, nah, I would just lie.
Yeah.
I would just like lie, just like, yeah, let's like totally meet up here. Yeah, totally. I don't know what it was. I think it was because as kids we're only confined with the environment that we have around us, and like this type of stuff like opened the world to us. Like now look at us now. Look at the fact that we're talking in completely different locations, and the fact that we having this conversation, that's what that started. It opened a whole new world for us to like make new friends. And as a kid, all you want to do is make new friends, but a lot of people don't have those same intentions.
And it was both exciting but very scary. It still is scary for parents, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. It's worse now because like now you got TikTok. Like we didn't have we had
TikTok.
MySpace with taking pictures and shit, but how
Yeah.
TikTok videos.
I'm really glad I didn't have any. Like YouTube was like right after I graduated high school too, so I was like, all right, I didn't make any embarrassing YouTubes because I would have totally TikTok.
Stopped myself.
I made a lot of
myself.
embarrassing YouTubes, but I deleted them all before I like restarted Waba streams and all that. So it's fine.
Yeah, like
Can't find it.
I started it and I was just like I had to sit there and think, it's like, how would this play out in the next couple of years? And I was already seeing signs of like at the time when that was happening, I was like living with my mom. I was like getting out of high school, and not even out of high school. I was like in the midst of high school, no, college actually. Actually, I was getting into it when I was in college, when like Fred and all them and like Shane Dawson was around. And I was just like, man, how would this play out in the next couple years? And that was a time where like gay rights were playing out, as well as trans rights were playing out. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm a wait. I'm a wait, because I don't want to say something stupid and feel bad if I said something stupid because I didn't know better. Like, and like, I'm happy that I did, because cancel culture, we didn't expect that shit either. So, and I feel like a lot of us that are young before all these like type of vocabulary, until like the sense of non-binary came out, we did not know any better. So a lot of people said a lot of offensive shit. Everyone did.
Yep. And now people try to pull out tweets from like 2000 whatever and be like, oh, you're a raging transphobe and you never apologized for this.
You never apologized for this. It's like, how would someone apologize for that when that was something in their past that they probably don't even fucking remember themselves? Like,
just I try to go through and delete all my fucking posts prior to like 2012, 2014 on Facebook. I don't think I actually succeeded in doing that, because it's just Facebook system is so
yeah.
shit.
Oh no, with Facebook, it takes a minute. Like, I had to do some research on how to fully delete myself off of Facebook. I had to go through each stage, deleting photos, deleting like posts I didn't go through to delete, but deleting all my photos, getting rid of all my private information. Like, man, identity theft. Like, you remember how in the 90s identity theft was a thing, like a super raging thing, and then like now we're just giving our information away. Like,
we
like,
don't
it'll be
even,
like a survey and you're literally giving every answer to your security question. Like,
I'm just like, yo.
I mean, think about those like Facebook, like tag yourself 50 questions. Like, so you're giving the SEO.
Have you guys been seeing this? The Instagram videos, like, oh, this is my sign, this is my age, this is this, and this is this. I'm like, y'all giving out way too much information about yourselves. I will never do this trend. Like, this is my age, this is my sign, this is where I live.
Well, and then I
this
feel
is
like the 10-year challenge was like not smart. You just did like now all these like AIs that figure out age, like what you look like in 10 years. Like, you just gave them that information. Like, there's just so much when you put online that's just info grabbing everything.
Yeah, you give people that ammunition, and in a lot of ways. I mean, there's a lot of bad actors out there still, and like, you don't even have to be like a fucking hacker. You can just be a script kiddie, just use someone else's script.
Well,
and
ethical,
get all this stuff. Ethical
hacking is just based. I mean, half of it is just using public
information.
Yeah,
you can actually find, if you got the basic information of somebody, you can easily just purchase their information. That's what a lot of apartments do, to look at your credit score. And like, they look at your credit, they look at your job history, your home history, easily simply know their basic information. Usually you do it by filling an application, and there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
I also agree with Blue for Leo here. Major concern about the teens who are like list their triggers and stuff in their bios, places like Tumblr, since they're literally telling strangers exactly what to say to cause them distress. Right? It's like it's a fucking catch-22. Like, you played yourself. Like, okay, great, now I know exactly what to say in order to make you so fucking upset. Like, if I want to cause the most harm, then I'm gonna say all that shit somehow. We
do it too on here as well. Like, we do it on here.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do it on here, considering how big my fucking rule list is. I mean, we actually had some trolls come in at the beginning of the stream as well, along with along with a partnered streamer.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I don't understand. Like, how is this like okay?
Yeah, no, I wasn't entirely 100% sure if the partner streamer was also trolling along with them, but you know, it just happened to be a big coincidence that partner streamer comes in along with like 6 other people, and they're all saying crazy shit, and I'm just like, interesting.
You shouldn't be acting this way, being partner, bro.
I reported the partner, and I included all the names
good.
of all the other people,
Good.
and included their
They
chat
should get their
messages,
title ripped
and
from them.
it individually reported all those accounts as well with their chat logs, and told Twitch chat staff, by all means, please look through my chat logs. You're more than welcome to, because yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Also seeing a lot of predators in the BDSM community. Oh my fucking god! Yeah, can we talk
Yeah.
about?
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about 50
oh,
Shades?
Oh, this is my topic.
Including male, female, non-binary people. Sadly, other people in the community would defend them as they were the friends or whatnot, right? Because it's like, oh, they're friends, so like they're doing BDSM the right way. Like, no, the fuck you aren't. Yes, it's a big problem. Unfortunately, tends to reflect badly on kink communities. Yes, it does. Maki, more on this by Maki. Let's go. Kink talk.
So shit, man. There's so much I could talk about that. Like, I know there's FetLife, and like for those who are in the BDSM community, there is a community called FetLife, which is basically like a dating / events like place for people who are BDSM into BDSM. But the thing is, you get a lot of people who are predators and people claiming that they're doms when they're not fucking doms. They're just using it as a form of being abusive. And there's been a few women that I've known that had people in our community, both poly and BDSM community, because they both sort of merge together. They they mingle a lot. Like it's very, very people who've been grooming, abusive, toxic, just major stories. That has even been on the news with certain cases of people being like, it's a lot of heavy stuff I'm not going to get into, but it can be very, very dangerous.
If you want to.
Especially if you go to like public dungeons, and that tends to attract tons of freaking people. Reasons why it's very wise to go with a group of friends, not with just two people, because you need a group of friends to go with. Because a lot of people don't really know the hell they're doing, and they don't probably do the research. But then it's like, I feel like there's different levels of predators when it comes to the BDSM community, because you have the newbies, the beginners who don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they think they're doms, but they're not. They're just abusive assholes. And then you have the ones that figure out the game, figure out how to be a good dom or appear to be a good dom, and then be narcissistically abusive and psychologically abusive, not only physically but psychologically. And then you have multiple layers of people who are gurus in the space, and they get their ego stuck up their ass, and then they get all these women, and then like the just all the truth starts pouring out. So it is, I've seen it all. Like, I've seen a lot of it. And the practice of BDSM is beautiful when it's done right, and the rules set in place that are done, and the people that you're around that you can trust, or your dom or sub or switch that you can trust. But it's a journey. It's a journey that you should not do alone, ever. Don't ever go to a dungeon alone. Ever. Ever. No matter if it's a big event or anything like that, people will spot your ass out like a freaking sore thumb. Go with a group.
And they'll take advantage of you.
And make sure your group is like next to you at all times, because you never know. You never know. Even with people that you have known for years inside the community, their true colors start showing. And that's the thing that I had to learn, even though I avoided a lot within the BDSM community because I stuck around the right people to keep me safe. There have been numerous of cases of girls that I've known that was very, very close to, that have been raped, abused, and traumatized for the rest of their lives. So, yeah.
I think it's just like alcohol. They just use horny as an excuse to like fucking do whatever. Listen, you want a really quick and dirty guide to being a proper dom? Who's in control? The sub's in control. Always.
100%. Always.
All right. You know who really has more power in a dom sub relationship? It's the sub. And if you think otherwise, you're wrong. I am going to be elitist about that. Like, that ass. Like, I engage in BDSM, and yeah, it's always the sub. It's always the sub that has more power.
Yeah. Like
Yo.
it's a huge
Yeah. It's a huge
that just
fucking taboo.
took me places. That took me
There's
places.
yeah, I'm sure. There's this chateau in Albany that they come to our school every so often and they answer questions about kink. And I appreciate what they do and I do respect what they do. So they it's basically two pro doms. I think they're husband and wife. Or maybe they're just business partners. I don't know. Either way. They talk about, like, you know, if you want to be a dom in our dungeon, you need to first be a sub. And you need to go through our
100%.
training.
100%.
I don't personally enjoy their version of training.
But they're not wrong about that practice.
But they're not wrong about that practice, yeah. I'm just like, that's actually really good about it. So basically you learn respect first before you're allowed to be given that trust.
Respect and also boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
How to speak up and place your boundaries.
Yep. Now that's where I was like a little bit about. Just because they're very strict on like what is the safe word, and it is only one safe word, like one stop word, which is just master, please show mercy. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah. That's why I was like, yeah.
If this is not like
yeah.
if it's not contracted that we have this agreement, I am not gonna call you that. If it's no agreement under first,
And that's why I didn't fucking ever go, because I was like, everything else you're saying is fine, but like that was like
they went too far with that. Like if there's no communication of like this is agreed safe word, they can go fuck themselves.
Well, they were like, that is the safe word, that is the stop word, but it's that is it. That's the one that they go by. And I'm like,
what about
there's no wiggle room for this?
Wait. I can see some hypocrisy, like hypocritical
Right,
behavior right
right,
now.
right,
It's because you tell everybody else to be a sub, but yet you can't respect the sub where they want to use the word.
Yeah. Also, what about
They
if a
can't
sub
choose
is
the word that they
nonverbal?
want?
Like, what then? Like, how the fuck can you guarantee safety of someone if they become nonverbal during a scene? And I think they said that they have some stuff in place, but I was just kind of like eked out after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that shit either. I have a question for both Maki Ghoulee if I'm yeah.
Cypress, I read your story, by the way, and it's fucking terrifying regarding the woman that just like went off, didn't tell anyone. Did they ever find her? Did they ever find her? I'd be surprised if they did. We pushed hard to get a submissive group that met and talked every Sunday to have a safe space. Talk and vent to other subs. I was invited to give Dom insight. I was invited to give Dom input and insight when needed. That's interesting. You also need to be careful when playing with people on FetLife. I know a ton of ladies who play with people and later found out there are pictures posted all over FetLife they're not aware of. Yeah, that's so fucked.
Big no.
That's a big fucking no. Yeah, I think actually this is super fucking. I'm glad we're having this talk about BDSM because oftentimes, people use BDSM as a front to just be in an abusive relationship. Like
100%.
Be like, oh yeah, I'm a kinky daddy dom. Like, let me spank you, ooh ooh baby girl. Like,
they don't even do that. They don't even ask. They will be like, bend over. They'll literally like say like, I own you, bend over, and think that that's gonna
bend
like
over, take my dick.
Yeah, like they don't even ask, bro. They don't even ask. And if it's like a weird agreement, if it's like an agreement, they will like.
There's no agreement. It's just an assumption, probably.
Assumption, but sometimes they get very manipulated where they agree, and then they start taking those boundaries way too far. They'll test the boundaries.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll test the boundaries without the consent of the sub.
Yep. And then when they get called out for it, they're just like, "Oh, well, I was just testing you," and I just want to see if you could hold your own and ubu and well, I want to take you to as far as you can go and I'm just trying to open up your mind sexually. Stop being a fucking closed-minded bitch, you slut. Like, it's ridiculous. The hypocrisy.
It's just like, woosah.
You don't
Met
have
too
to
many of
woosah.
those. Met too many of those.
You can be angry, Maki. You're allowed. Emote.
It's fine. It's fine.
Not fine. These people need to be called out.
Because they fear of judgment and others' opinion.
Ooh.
Judgment's a weird one because judgment is anything that, I mean, it's like your own personal, like when you're judging something, that's like all your own issues and how you feel about something.
Yeah.
So if you can eliminate the judgment of fear, because that has to be based in your own, that's like hard. That's hard.
I think there's a self-judgment that happens there. Like a judgment on like, oh, like did I really go through this? Are my fears actually like legit? Are my feelings valid? Are my experiences valid? So you feel like when you talk on some sort of situation, you know, you feel like people are going to judge you and be like, oh, well, you weren't abused enough kind of thing. Like, oh, well, it's not that bad. You know, you give yourself those judgments and you think people are going to say that about you or say that about your experiences. And unfortunately, people do sometimes do that shit, and it's not a fucking oppression Olympics, people. Like, everyone has their fucking struggles. Like, don't fucking do that to others. But yeah, you absolutely here are allowed to stand up for yourselves when you know you're being abused, and when it's not right, it's not your fault. Because when you're abused, it is not your fault. It's not your fault that you got abused. No matter how many times your abuser says, well, I hit you because, you know, you didn't do XYZ thing for me, bitch. You know, no. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
That's something like I've always talked about my abuse. The thing is like my mom was always trying to shut me up to from talking about it. Like abusers don't want the truth to be told. And even after like we had a special guest in high school, and I tell the story occasionally that we had a special guest and he was talking about abuse, and he mentioned like if you are being abused, it's like holding on to a black ball. Just holding on a black ball in your chest, and like just let you know that you have the right to like let that out. I'm paraphrasing because it was like in high school, but like I literally visualized having a black ball and like finally coming out, and then I start speaking about my abuse. I started speaking about it little by little by little, and it changed my life forever. Changed my life for the better. I didn't give a fuck about what people thought. I didn't care about what my family thinks, because they end up hiding their own shit and they have their own traumas and stuff. But like, I'm not going to hide my experience. I can't speak about anybody else's, but I can speak about mine.
Right.
So no, this is what I've been through. This is, and a lot of people always ask like, man, how did you survive that? Like, how did you get through surviving it? And I realized talking helped me survive it. Processing it, getting the help that I need to talk about it, helped me survive it.
And I'm glad you did talk about it, because that's something that like I've talked with Sam about before in this stream. Not in Mental Health Monday, but other streams before. I don't know if I think Rella is fronting right now. Rella, I don't know if you're necessarily aware of this, but this is something that Sam has told us before, which is just that talking about it has been so helpful for all of you. It's been so helpful just to be open about it, and it's great. It's a fucking great thing to be open about it, and the more you talk about it, the easier it gets to handle. Like, the pain is still there, the pain is still really strong, but it gets a lot easier to process it, you know? Yeah, Minnie, if you have that video, feel free to post it. That sounds great.
It wasn't a video. It was like a special guest, like a TA thing, but we had a special guest when I was in high school. It was a long time ago.
Oh, no. Minnie has a video about consent and tea. I think I've seen it before as well. That's one of my ex did said blue for lots of non-consensual stuff. Now he acts like it's justified because I apparently pressure him into doing things when we were together, which I'm rather skeptical on if it happened or not, but abuse doesn't justify abuse. Exactly. Abuse does never fucking justifies further abuse. That's fucked.
Nope.
And that's manipulative in itself. Hi, Tinfoil. Welcome in. Last time I saw you, I was doing a hot tub stream. You're welcome, baby. Mwah. What are your opinions on people openly doing BDSM in general public, like collar play and dom stuff on the public eye? I can explain why I asked. It's just too long to explain my message. I don't think you should. I think you're not. Everyone in that scene is not consenting. Is the problem?
Exactly.
You know, you can have public play in a relatively private space, kind of thing. And I get that there's like a whole like rush thrill kink about it, but like please respect people in public and their right to not see your full ass on display. Like, I think it's just rude, honestly.
I see there is let me share this, because a lot of people who do scenes out in public should not do scenes out in public.
Yeah.
However, for those who want to express their commitment to their BDSM practice, there are classy ways to go about it. You can wear a certain type of collars. You can like have like a chain that represents both of you that relates, and you can hold a chain together while you are walking hands or doing small little things that are subtle, that are very subtle, that don't have to even notice that you guys are doing it. But don't make it a whole big scene out in public, because
don't draw
to be real with you, like a lot of people don't like PDA. And if you add something weird on top of it, they will fucking scrutinize you like to no degree.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there are collars to wear at home and there's collars to wear in public, basically.
And I got both.
Actually, I need to talk to you about that, Maki.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, feel free to explain, Tinfoil. Hope you've been doing well, mate. Says Leo, I fucking fucked up and got into a fight with his new boyfriend. Kept making it about him when I was trying to express something different. Mentioned that he did some horrible shit to me, and his response was basically, I don't know, so I blocked him. Good for you. Block, block, block. Next thing I know, this ex's mom is threatening legal action against me. I'm terrified to go to the one job, which I have barely get any hours from as it is. I'm just reeling still. People advised to go to HR, but I asked on HR Reddit and was told not to. Really? I mean, either way, I think finding a new job is going to be the play in the long run for that. It's fucked. Either way. Sometimes we don't realize how bad it was till we talk about it. Yeah, that too. This is the T consent video.
If you're still struggling with consent, just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of tea. You say, hey, would you like a cup of tea? And they go, oh my God, fuck yes, I would fucking love a cup of tea. Thank you. Then you know they want a cup of tea. If you say, hey, would you like a cup of tea? And they're like, I'm not really sure. Then you could make them a cup of tea, or not, but be aware they might not drink it. And if they don't drink it, then, and this is the important part, don't make them drink it. Just because you made it doesn't mean you are entitled to watch them drink it. And if they say no thank you,
this is a great metaphor.
Then don't make them tea. At all. Just don't make them tea. Don't make them drink tea. Don't get annoyed at them for not wanting tea. They just don't want tea, okay? They might say, yes, please. That's kind of you. And then when the tea arrives, they actually don't want the tea at all. Sure, that's kind of annoying as you've gone to all the effort of making the tea, but they remain under no obligation to drink the tea. They did want tea, now they don't. Some people change their mind in the time that it takes to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk. And it's okay for people to change their mind. And you are still not entitled to watch them drink it. And if they're unconscious, don't make them tea. Unconscious people don't want tea. And they can't answer the question, do you want tea? Because they're unconscious. Okay, maybe they were conscious when you asked them if they wanted tea. And they said yes. But in the time it took you to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk, they are now unconscious. You should just put the tea down. Make sure the unconscious person is safe. And this is the important part again. Don't make them drink the tea. They said yes then, sure, but unconscious people don't want tea.
God, this is
If someone said yes to tea, started drinking it, and then passed out before they'd finished it, Don't keep on pouring it down their throat. Take the tea away. Make sure they're safe, because unconscious people don't want tea. Trust me on this. If someone said yes to tea around your house last Saturday, that doesn't mean they want you to make them tea all the time. They don't want you to come around to their place unexpectedly and make them tea and force them to drink it going, but you wanted tea last week. Or to wake up to find you pouring tea down their throat going, but you wanted tea last night.
This is so good.
If you can understand how completely ludicrous it is to force people to have tea when they don't want tea, and you're able to understand when people don't want tea, then how hard is it to understand it when it comes to sex? Whether it's tea or sex, consent is everything. And on that note, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea.
You do that. You make yourself a cup of tea. That was beautiful. That was the
That-
best fucking video.
That was great.
Oh my
That
god.
that was so good. I am saving this.
Thank you for sharing that with us,
that
Minnie.
was really good.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna copy that in chat again in case you missed it.
That was really, really good.
Really fucking good, yeah. Admittedly, I got some really shitty responses on Reddit besides the one helpful one. It's been hard not to blame myself when I feel like it's brought upon me. No, you didn't bring it upon yourself. Shitty people do shitty things, right? Shitty people are doing shitty things to you. It's not your fault. Another thing that happens a lot when reporting abuse is that people try to belittle what you're saying by saying they have gone through worse, etc. Right, and we talked about that a moment ago, Cypress. It is not the oppression Olympics here. Everyone's situations are different and unique. What's hard to one person might be easy to another, but just because that's the case, don't say that. You know, you have your own struggles, which are also valid. And everyone's going through their own thing, right? Let's just try to be understanding, supportive, and loving. It's always frustrating. It isn't a competition ever, exactly. Sam says, I'm very well aware of it. Sorry, Relia says, I'm very well aware of it, while by firsthand know, and even, you know, how much Sam was scared of opening about everything. She always kept everything inside, not willing to talk about, but it's all changed because of you and Jenny. I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful to have you here still today. That's what I'm thankful for, and I'm proud of you for being here today. I'm proud of everyone being here today. Thank you for being here. Keep going. There's plenty of ways to play in public without including the public. BDSM has always been more mental for me than physical. Exactly. Whew. This is the other thing about BDSM. 90% of it is the mental play. Consensual mental play. And it can make you feel really fucking good. FYI. Not for everyone, of course, but it can make you feel really fucking good. Trust. So now, say in this situation, these people are part of the same hobby group where we all camp together for week-long periods, but the thing is, it isn't a BDSM event, it's a medieval reenactment event where there are children and such as present. It's tough, though, to approach because I'm afraid it'll all just get blown around badly. Also, bless that hot tub stream. Thank you, baby. You're welcome. I love this chatter. They're best. They're the best troll. Yeah, full stop, no, period. There's children present? Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Like, unless the BDSM shit they're doing is, like, ultra fucking subtle, but even then, absolutely fucking not. Children are present, and that should be your entire argument. Mm-hmm. It's just,
and
like...
children pick up every single thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're sponges.
They're fucking sponges anyway, so, like, they're gonna pick it up, even if you think you're being subtle. You're not. You ain't. Just cut the shit. Be fucking horny at home. Get all your sexual aggression out before you go to the fucking Ren Fair. Alright? Goddamn. It's so rude. It's so rude to the families. I had this whole conversation with my roaster student ex about consent. They said they were okay with certain things and then turned around and said I sexually assaulted them after we broke up. I'm still really confused and upset about it. They're intentionally manipulating you, my friend.
I was waiting for that because I feel like that's like a manipulation tactic afterwards, like that.
They're literally trying to make you feel worse for things that they consented to at the time.
You think about on it and dwell on it and
making you second guess yourself.
Yep.
Like, block. Pass. Especially since you leapt into a sexual relationship less than a month after we broke up, but I've been struggling with being sexually and romantically repulsed and feeling like I'll never be able to have sex again. I think that's something you need to process, of course, on your own, obviously in therapy, all that good stuff. But, yeah, I think your ex is fucking you up and emotionally manipulating you, and you need to cut it off.
Yeah. Totally.
I can't believe I came into the tea video. Did I consent to you to come into the tea? I didn't want cum in my tea. I want milk. God damn, how hard is this? My gut says something is really wrong and I got hurt, but I'm terrified, honestly. Yeah, it is. Also, yes, I love the tea vid. We do. I'm willing to work towards helping people with DID, mental health, and also abuse victims, help them get over, not by forgetting or ignoring, but by understanding and recognizing they are not at fault. It's not going to be an easy thing, but I personally believe we can work towards it. I absolutely agree with that. And I think you should always make sure you're prioritizing your own recovery first before you help others. I know it can be very attractive to want to help other people who are going through similar situations, but trust me, like, you might help someone, certainly, but focus on your own recovery first. It's going to help out immensely in the long run. Immensely. Because then you don't lash out at other people when you yourself get triggered. Yeah, that's my dream too, though, with teens and kids. I want to help those with trauma and mental disabilities. Yes, absolutely. And I think you can achieve that dream. I think that's an achievable dream. And there's many steps you can take towards that. I know the T video isn't about BDSM, but consent is consent. Well, it's still, yeah, consent's consent. Yeah, absolutely. I believe scare of judgments will always be there, but once we realize it is not about them, it's about us. Might look selfish. We'll be always able to help ourselves open up even more to strangers. I agree. Yeah. Tinfoil, the fucked part is, no offense to age, but like 2/3 of them are like in their 30s to late 30s with kids. I mean, the fucked part already was that there's going to be kids at this event. Like, no one should be sexual around kids. It's weird.
No.
And just doing it with them around is fucked. Yeah, it's incredibly fucked.
It's not okay.
It is not okay. There is no situation where this is okay. They can easily get DHS or other services reported on them. They need to stop. Yep. Trust me, I'd love to get them, but the shit part is every time it's brought up, me and the minority feel like we glossed over, ignore it. It feels very U.S. Armed Force in the 90s. Don't ask, don't tell, hush, hush. Yikes. I think I would leave the group and then report it to the police for abuse of minors. Like, what the fuck are they fucking doing? It doesn't kind of matter what they're doing. They're doing it in front of kids, and that's fucking pedo shit. Thank you guys. He even cried when I confronted him about it. Yeah, crocodiles.
Yeah.
Crocodile tears. Yeah. I was just like, it was bad. I'm scared because now both ex-boyfriends have accused me of being sexually abusive, which, speaks for itself. Like, at what point do I have to consider I'm the problem? It's just scary. I want to get better and heal honestly. If you want to get better and heal honestly, block them both. Never talk to them again. Never engage with them. Ever. Again. For the whole entire rest of your life.
This last ex is absolutely aware of that, I'm assuming, and they used that just to break you down. They knew. I feel like it was just ammo.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Manipulators are scary. They take any little bit of info, anything you say, drunk confession, like they use it against you later. Always.
Yeah. Has that happened to either of you? A situation where, like, they came back afterwards?
Like, in what way? Like,
Either in this way or another way. Just try to manipulate you further after the relationship was over.
Oh, 100%. My first ex, my very first boyfriend, it was weird because I had a premonition of my room. One of my next door neighbors, when I was in college, come in, is like, you know what, girl, your ex tried to hit me up. And I kid you not, literally 2 days later, not even 2 days, a day later, he came in, walked through our door, said the exact same fucking thing. I was just like, what the fuck? Did I just had a premonition? Like, what the hell? And like, he apparently started hitting up all my friends, the people that he verbally spoke out loud, saying he hated all my friends, and they all knew about it. And then he started hitting them up, trying to get in contact with me after a year we broke up. And I was just like, don't worry, I got it. And I started like messaging him and cursing him out. It's like, look, I told you that if I felt like I wanted to come back to you, I would. But at this point, I do not. And I probably never will. Leave my fucking friends alone and leave me alone. And like, he kept trying to find me. Like, it was weird because it's like, we broke up. He didn't want to believe that we broke up. Like, he kept calling my phone over and over and over again to the point I had to turn it off. And even when I turned it back on, he would constantly try to call me. So I wouldn't break up with him. And since I was away with my friends, like, he had no sense of controlling my environment at all. So he would try to come around and manipulate me through objects, things that I had at his house. He would try to bring it to see me. I didn't want to see him. At some point, I think he broke into my apartment. And then, like, he would just try to contact me each year for about 5 years off and on. Like, he will like contact, and it was always around my birthday. Always around my birthday, around the month or stuff like that. And I think the last time he found me was on my business account when I was doing finance. And he sent me a comment on one of my posts because my account was public. And like, my business account was public, so I was doing finance. He's like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, happy that you and your husband are all good. And I'm like, I'm not married to this guy. Like, I'm not married to like my partner. Like, we're not married. We've just been together for 4 years. Like, he doesn't know anything that's going on. And then he emailed me this long ass letter saying how much he's still in love with me. And I'm just like, this has been how many years? And you're still trying to sit here and still get at me? Like, leave me the fuck alone. And I don't know. Ever since then, I was like trying to figure out, I was like, look, if you don't stop, I'm putting a restraining order on you. And I was like looking at ways to find ways to put a restraining order on him to leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And never contact me ever again. Like, it was just like, leave me alone. But yeah, it was crazy. And I'm just like, and what he will do, this he had a common pattern where he will get on social media, make his whole account, and then do what he needs to do. He would show his face he was very expressive with his post. So like, he would do things subliminally and shit like that, but I only would know. So he would change his like photo a certain way or make a really deep picture or something like that above himself so he could send a message to me directly. I'm just like, bruh, I see your bullshit. And so he would message all my friends, and when I call him out, he'll get scared and then like delete everybody. Delete his whole account, his whole identity offline, so nobody can track him down.
My God, mine did the same thing. He pops up every couple years, but yeah, he'll wipe everything from social media and then he'll pop right back up publicly and loud, and then try to make contact and then disappear. It's bizarre.
What was worse than when he emailed me, he emailed me under like some weird name, like Peter something, but at the end of the like letter, it was like his last name, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then he emailed me again with his actual name. I was like, oh, so he has different accounts. And like, he has different accounts, and he could be stalking me right now. I would never know.
Yeah.
Would never know. And it's just like, that's how scary it is. It's like, some people are just fucking that crazy, and it's like, I regret that relationship. And it is what makes it worse is like, we both lost our virginity towards each other. So like, I wouldn't say I'm forever bonding because I went through a lot of work to cleanse off that energy, but like, to him, we still are. And it's just like, I feel that sometimes. It's like, get the fuck away from me. That's why I try to like not talk about him so much, because I feel like sometimes I talk too much about him. He starts manifesting in my life again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, like a year after we broke up, his mom actually emailed me giving me a heads up. He had disappeared from the house in Utah, and she was like, we looked through his search history and he was looking up Craigslist rides to California. So I just wanted to let you know, because I know, because I was like, no contact. I told his family, like, I don't want anything to do with him, like nothing. So his family was like aware. So I was just like, thanks, but that's scary. Like,
Fuck.
That all the time. He's just gonna pop up in California again.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, and it's like what's fucked up, there's no concrete law for restraining orders. After a restraining order is done, there's no waiting period, there's no updates until it's too late. One of the most well-known sex workers within the BDSM community and like the poly community, she was murdered by her ex-boyfriend who just got out of prison during out the time that he murdered her, found her house, broke into her house, stuck up on her, and like tossed her over the balcony. And like it was everywhere. And I had friends that were personally friends with her.
Holy
and I'm just
shit.
like, it was all over the news. It was like this whole deal, and it's because she was like trying to figure out how to put a restraining order back on him to keep him away. And like these laws for restraining orders are bullshit.
Yeah.
They're total bullshit.
Yeah.
Because once he had that leeway to like not find her, he found her so quick. Found her ass so quick and like killed her. And I'm just like, bruh. Yeah, so it's scary. It's fucking terrifying. So it's just like, that's why I try to keep my shit safe as much as possible, you know? But
So
I
it's
don't
like,
know.
what do you do? What do you do to keep yourself safe? Because there's a lot of services to like help get your information offline, for one.
Right. Well,
like, the
I
fact
got
that you
off
have
of
to live-
Facebook first and foremost. I got
Yeah.
off of fucking Facebook.
I mean, but
because
like,
that shit.
isn't it incredibly fucked that the way that you have to live your online life just dramatically changes because of some asshole who literally just won't get over you?
Mhm.
I hide my Twitch name from everything personal. I've never shared my Twitch name in anybody personal because I'm scared he has a secret account and just is watching. And I don't want him in my streams.
Yeah, like my account is public, but it's just like I go by a different name, and like I don't know. It depends. It just all depends. To be honest, like when I first started streaming, I was really worried about it, but after a while, like I could sniff people out very quickly, and they start acting weird. Boot them, just fucking boot them. But it's like, and also with the people that I am close to, I get a chance to talk to them and see their faces. So I know who they are. You know, so it's I don't know, it's just weird. At least hear their voice at the least the most part. So I could tell by his voice and what his voice sounds like, so it's always just being prepared. And just being a non-binary or a woman on this platform, because it's been a lot of women who's been talking about it. And how like the carousel with Women's Month and Black History Month, it's like already bullshit with Twitch. Women get so much scrutiny, and people who identify or have feminine features in general are scrutinized all the time. And we constantly have to worry about not only stepping outside of our home, but being online. Every day we go online is a risk.
That's true.
But I do my best to keep my community safe. A lot of people, like I had one or two people complain about like the phone verification. I'm like, look, if you're gonna chat in my chat, your number has to be verified. Point blank. I don't care about growing. Like I do care about growing, but if it costs me my safety, I'm not gonna risk that.
Yeah, I get that. I get that for sure.
So like that's just my point. I try to keep myself safe as much as possible. I've surrounded myself with good-hearted people and people who got my back. So that's the best thing that I can do. And like if it comes down to it, if it gets that dire to the point where I had to put a restraining, I will drop a restraining order on him. Probably a couple. So it's just yeah. The thing that I do regret is not keeping the messages just for backup, just in case of like showing a pattern type of thing. But
I screenshot fucking everything nowadays. Like everything's already recorded online.
yeah,
So I keep screenshot records of a lot of my conversations if I feel like. stuff is going in like a weird direction. Like my mods know.
Yeah.
My mods know. I put shit in our mod chat. I put
Yeah.
screenshots and I'm just like, this is so this is so cuz like I
Yeah.
know so like for me a lot of my stuff is like thinking about like I'm very much perceived as masculine and male online. So, and I know someone is gonna come down the line at some point in my Twitch career, in my content career, and try to call me out for some stupid shit related
Because
to
people
like
with all
giving
yeah,
advice or
like with all
whatever.
these editing programs, people can contort whatever they want to with these like stuff. Like they can contort it. That's why that's why I do my best to be careful what I say and how I say things. But at the end of the day, if somebody want to like twist up your words, they can clip things into a certain order, or just not clip the whole thing at all,
I mean,
and like some things out of context.
You
That's how
take enough
reality shows work.
video fucking, or you take enough audio samples, you could probably replicate my voice in some machine. I'm sure you could. I'm sure I've said enough words in enough different ways you could make me say whatever the fuck you want me to say.
Yep. So it's just like, this is a risk that we all take as like streamers, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
hello, Sky. Yeah, it's definitely a risk for sure. Like I don't have verification in my chat just because like I do care about growth, but I care more about authentic growth and I care more about building an authentic community. So we end up like say so to speak kind of rooting out all the bad seeds, say so to speak, pretty quickly. You know, pretty fucking quickly. Like
I see it as
I'm
this.
quick on
If you
Banhammer.
Yeah, like I see is this. I don't have enough solid mods to do like constantly banning
Same, I
people
feel
and
that.
stressing about shit and stuff like that. And I'm not like something that like I've noticed about myself. I'm not the type of person like my immediate response when someone comes in, I try to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's my first response. I'm not gonna say like, oh, you're being shitty, get the fuck out. Like I do that afterwards and after I process things. Be like, what the fuck? But in the moment, it's just like, I hear you out, and it's like, okay, well, I'm sorry, but you have to go. Bye. Like I can't. I'm very nice, but I don't have the energy nor time to worry about that. So it's like me having double verification. If you really want to be here, that would show me that you want to be here.
Right.
Like, if you want to talk in chat, verify your phone number. Like, I can't see your phone number. Like, and if you got some issues with Twitch, then this is probably not the space for you. Like, I'm not going to put a gun to people's head to be in here or like open myself up for harassment.
Same. I feel that. You definitely have to take extra precautions, especially as someone who worked in that space before, and also just as existing as a femme on Twitch. On the online space.
Yep.
Beautiful and Hades. Thank you for the follows. Welcome into the Lava Fam, your mental health talk place, queer safe space. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself out there. I always try to be very serious with everyone, even like absolute shithead trolls. I try to just take them seriously, and I think my stoic monotone makes for some humorous situations, like with Mr. Buttlicker the other day in chat. Oh, I loved Mr. Buttlicker.
Man.
I wish they would return to me. They probably won't. We were playing fucking Words on stream, and this bitch comes in and is like, hey, bro, can you, like, react to, like, Callum Calloway's videos or whatever? I'm like, huh?
The fuck?
Hey? I'm sorry, are we watching the same stream? I'm in the Words on stream category. Where in my fucking title? Where in my stream that says I'm reacting to shit right now? Like, what?
Like, where in people's mind feel like they can just go off into someone's chat to say like, oh, can you react to this? Like, I want you to react to this right now. Like,
Have,
the mentality.
Like
Just the mentality, the audacity, the mitigated gall. How dare you? Don't you ever. Like, that's... okay.
Yeah, and definitely there's something to be said about, like, withholding certain information online. Like, probably don't talk about your age online. Probably don't talk about, like, any, like, identifying details about yourself.
Oh, I tell people my age all the time.
Yeah, I tell
because
people my
people
age.
I mean, I do
like
too, but like, but
it's
all the
just like
same,
I try
I
to
mean,
not like share certain things. Try to
there's
be
certain
mindful of certain
stuff.
things.
Yeah, like, I'm very fucking open about who I am, what's going on financially. I'm always open about, like, my donor goals and stuff like that. But that's me. Not everyone's gonna be comfortable with that. I definitely advise folks, if they're newer to the internet, to just, like, be careful with information they share, because, like, there's definitely assholes out there who want to, try to use information against you. But there's always gonna be people like that, Um, and the best thing you can do is just try to find your safe spaces, try to find your good spaces, where it is okay to, like, share some stuff, this, that, and the other thing, you know. It definitely is good to be careful with who you talk to, Sam. I agree with that. But we're glad that you're talking here, because you're definitely accepted and loved here. I've seen a trend on TikTok that women are basically saying it's okay to do things while they're sleeping. What the fuck? Wish
Yeah,
TikTok would just ban those. Like,
dude, I
what
don't
the
know what's
fuck?
up with this next generation, but they're wilding. They are wilding the fuck out, yo.
Okay, listen, if you're gonna do that, you could discuss that with your partner and consent to that beforehand. Don't fucking make videos and say, "Oh yeah, everyone can do this." Like, what? No, that's not how this
Dude,
works.
the shit that I see on TikTok, like TikTok promotes sex. Like, just let's be real, it just
Yeah.
promotes it. It promotes
Yeah,
it
they
in a
do.
very insidious way when they try to say, "Oh, we're blocking." Bullshit. Y'all selective with these e-girls.
Nope.
Like,
Yes.
they're so fucking selective, and like the shit that they do, and the song clips that these girls use is like, "Oh yeah, you could do this to my hoo ha," and blah blah. I'm like, it makes me sound like an old fart, but
God.
it's just like boundaries, man. And then like usually these are the type of girls that complain about being insulted and like harassed. I'm like, don't make videos like this. You're opening yourself up to be harassed, even though you shouldn't be. Even
Well,
if you shouldn't be, but you're opening a really wide door. And this is something that, like,
yeah.
that's, man, it's a line, man. They've been crossing lines.
Yeah.
Girls been acting like they're gagging or like being
God.
humped on TikTok
Just say
videos.
the live where they're like
Ugh.
reading a book, but
That's so weird.
Like,
amusement, and I'm like, how?
How?
We get
It's
in trouble
called
for talking about
baiting.
sexual
It's baiting comments,
education.
baiting interaction, Maki. If they act sexual enough, they bait more interaction, even if it's negative interaction. So then they can complain about the negative interaction and bait more engagement about people
Yeah,
calling them out for it.
content.
It's an engagement farm technique, Maki. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry.
It's so
I'm sorry.
abusive.
It's an
It
engagement
is
farm technique.
so abusive. That's
Yeah,
abuse.
it is abuse. It's abusive because
Manipulation.
it's encouraging others to do it, to fucking be in that way and attract attention, and it works, and it kind of works. Their brains go brr because they get more interaction, so they do it more. Listen, it's intentions.
Breaks my heart.
It's intentions. They do it with intention. The consequences is they
Breaks
get more
my heart.
followers, so they get more
Money.
money. I don't know how to word it's a valid thing to consent to in personal life. Not a good idea to talk about on social media like TikTok. Exactly. So not to sound disingenuous, but I grew up in a red state. Honestly, never had much insight into your communities respectfully, but a genuine thank you y'all for being very polite and taking time to explain new concepts to me and my associates. Yeah, absolutely, Tinfoil. Absolutely, mate. We're always here to educate as long as you come at us with respect and you don't try to come at us sideways or anything. Like, we will show that respect right back. You are not coming across disingenuous at all. We really appreciate you asking these tough questions, because sometimes they are tough questions that people just don't genuinely know the answer to,
I think that when it comes to the BDSM thing, it's also a whole fetish between like black doms, black female doms, and like not all black
white.
women or femme women are considered should be considered doms, and like it's this whole fetishizing. And from what I've heard, a lot of people in the poly world fetishize. I have not been fetishized. I've been fetishized outside of the not BDSM, but the polyamorous world, which is very interesting because a lot of people that I've met who are people of color always like share like they've been fetishized. It's like I've never experienced that. I cannot say once I've experienced that.
That's
And I've dated a lot of
yeah.
different races and white guys, and just it's always happened outside of polyness.
That's really yikes to me, honestly. Like, you would think that poly people would try to be more respectful
Yeah.
of that kind of thing.
Nope.
Like, especially with communication needs to be so important in ethical polyness. Fucking hell.
Dude, no, because polyamory is a privilege. Being polyamorous to date multiple people takes money and accessibility.
True.
Oh, I
And
didn't
if they're
think
not
True, I
around
see
enough
it, I
people
see
of
it, okay.
color, if they're not around enough people of color or different type
Then
of
they don't have to be
demographics,
anti-racist, basically.
they don't. The shit goes right over their head. They won't even know. They don't even know they even have these damn problems. Like a lot of
Maki,
people.
are we allowed to say that polyamory is for white people? It's not. Like,
It
oh,
is.
damn, that's how you're making it
designed-
sound.
It is
Design.
designed and allocated to be
Yeah.
for people who have money, which in other terms are majority or white people. Not saying that black people cannot be poly or any other race cannot be poly, because they sure damn well can, but it costs money to date multiple people.
Yes, it does.
And if you don't have access to money to date multiple people, you're sort of shit out of luck.
Systems of oppression transcend everything, even sex. Even your sex is
Yep.
oppressed. Get fucked.
Yep.
But not getting fucked. Sad. Anyway, continuing on. I love it. Maki, I fucking love you. Can I just say that? Like, I love you both. Ghoulee and Maki are great. Thank you for
Love
being here.
you. Thank you for having me.
I
Fucking
know. I'm so glad to be back.
stand this real talk, man. Speaking of consent, I'd like to ask everyone here about something serious. I really hope there won't be any jokes about it. Probably not. We don't really joke around when it comes to like serious shit. So yeah,
I don't
absolutely. Ask
understand
away.
Jokes. They go over my head. When I make a joke, it's not intentional. Like,
It's great.
you know.
Personal identifiable information is locked down in business for a reason. Should not be shared online either. Yes. Crazy Oz outside of Cali. Jokes won't be tolerated. Promise. Absolutely true. Welcome back, Jeffrey. Live in rural Montana. Trust me, it's very dry culture out there when it comes to lifestyle and ideas. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back. Montana is so pretty. I want to camp and paint landscapes for weeks. Yes. But I still have my blue hair and my septum piercing. No. I mean, yeah, you do, but
Aw.
like, so.
Isn't bad,
Hey,
but
Jeffrey.
you know, I always forget when it's like when I go to like a small town up north camping. I'm always like, why is everyone staring at me? And I'm like, oh, the blue hair.
Yeah.
That's not normal here.
Ozzy Jojo, thanks for coming out from Lurk to not ignore Jeffrey coming back from chat.
Hi, Jeffrey. How you doing, darling? Jeffrey.
Let's see. Sam says, I got a few people ask me, and a few of my friends who are also sexual abuse victims, on how it's like to have sex that way. Wait, what? How is it like to have sex that way, and if we enjoyed it secretly, yikes. And stuff, it really gets so annoying and offensive after a certain point, trying to ignore it, like it's almost as if we have said yes and accepted it, but we just don't realize it. What can we do to avoid these people?
Wait, what?
Okay, so I understand what she's asking. She's asking, she and her other friends who are also victims of sexual abuse sometimes get asked if they secretly enjoyed it.
What
and
the fuck? No.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
would you ask
and
somebody
and
that?
it gets very annoying and offensive after a certain point, and they're trying to ignore it, but they act as if they almost just like said yes and they consented to it and accepted it, but we just don't realize it. What could we do to avoid those people?
Just when they start asking you that, get them the fuck out of your life.
Yeah,
Just
get them out
like
of life, yeah.
just block them, stop talking to them, tell them to fuck off. How disrespectful are they?
Like how dare they not like just fucking
would you
believe
enjoy somebody shooting your ass in the foot, motherfucker? Like would you enjoy that? Like that's like ask them a good rhetorical question and see how they feel about it.
Right. Just start pouring
Sorry.
hot tea on them. And when they ask you why did you do that, just be like, "Oh, well, you know, you look like you wanted
You enjoyed it.
You look like you
thought
enjoyed
wanted
it. I mean, look at the way you're dressed. Like, You're just asking for someone to pour hot tea all over you. Sorry, I'm fucking vindictive. Waba Streams LLC does not endorse committing crimes. Only in video games.
Only in video games.
For legal purposes, this is a joke. Born and raised here in the States, beauty always amazing. Wake up to western Montana is just as gorgeous. Oh, Tinfoil, if you're in the Discord, post some fucking Montana pics. Let's go. Might as well winter the last till fucking May sometimes. Yikes. Glad to be back. Hi. It's awful. I'm not sure how to avoid. Just a block, cut off anyone that tries that shit. It's so gross. I'm sorry you experienced that. Same. I still love both of you and you're dropping real truths. Yeah, it's messed up. I'm so sorry. Though I know online polyamory isn't something inherently tied to income. It does have its own unique set of challenges. It's often, I don't know how to put this into words fully, but it's in a nutshell very unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, the online community space is shit. Like depending on what groups that you go into, because every poly group does something different, but everybody knows everybody. It's like huge but small. Like everybody knows everybody. Somebody else like is met more. Somebody's dating this person or has dated this person. It's very incestual. There we go. It's very incestual within itself, and it can get really toxic really quickly because you got people who still, have jealousy. You have tons of new people who are coming into these poly spaces with old school poly, and those new school poly, old school poly do not mix well at all.
What the fuck is old
the
school
language,
poly?
Old school poly is like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like the first timers, which usually are branched off from swinging. And then they sort of did their own thing. And it goes into that territory. But then you have people who are really hard on vocabulary.
I see.
In the poly space. And then you have new people who come in on the internet trying to get help. And then you got all these people fucking slamming them. It's like, that's not the right fucking word. Don't use that word. It's like you're being sensitive. And I'm just like,
chill, we're
this
all learning.
person's new. Like, they're not being offensive. It's a different It's a different thing when someone is deliberately saying, fuck you, I don't like what you're doing, like what you're doing is wrong. But like, you guys are being the abusers, what you're asking other people not to be. Like, it's
gatekeeping. It's dumb
gatekeeping. Hardcore gatekeeping. I've seen it. I've been inside of it. Like, it's a shit show. And it's just like, yo, like I have literally questioned multiple times, do I actually want to still identify as poly? And the way that me and my partner wants to be poly, once we are able to financially be in a space where we can be, or be in a bigger place where we can be, it's being ethical and being moral and being good and being not even good, just being kind and common sense of like, first handle your shit, take care of yourself, figure out your own fucking problems, and then decide to like open your life up to other people, because that's going to bring its own fucking drama and issues too, besides your own relationship. If your relationship ain't good, having a baby or having a new partner is not going to fucking do it. Neither having a puppy. Like, if you got problems, you got problems.
I think
Stop
that's another.
bringing your shit into the poly space and fix your fucking problems. Like,
can we also just say really quickly? I think that's another way that abusers try to trap people in relationships, is by having a kid or by having some other responsibility.
100%.
Or something. Yeah.
100%. Like, it's oh gosh. And then the whole concept of like, if one person doesn't want to be poly but another partner wants to be poly, break up. If you can't find a solution to, just call it quits, because you two are on two different planes that you guys will never be in. One of you forcing the other is not going to work. It's not going to work.
It shouldn't work, because otherwise,
and there's tons of people who like to come into these poly spaces to find a hookup with women, try to fucking trap a woman, take them back, and never have any situation with the poly space ever again. So it's just like, it's like all these different nuances, and then there's drama within polycules. Like, the bigger your poly group gets within your personal intersected connections, the more drama it can festers. And now with COVID, it's like since Trump was put in office and COVID, the poly spaces that I've seen have been shit shows. They've been shit shows.
Yep. Thank you.
And I can't speak for all of them, but the ones that I've experienced been pretty much shit shows, and it's just like they just keep disappointing me. Sadly, like they just
Believe
keep
it.
disappointing me.
What the fuck is crust punks?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
When there's like a house and then like
Yeah.
20 people live there, so their rent's only like $50 each, and there's only
Oh.
one bathroom, and it's really, 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 really gross. And we'll live in
What
like
it is?
tents, and then you have house shows, and eventually the house gets evicted, and they all move somewhere else.
That can't be the fucking
I mean, that's
confirm. Can we get a confirm in the chat, please? Oh no, that's a yeah.
Blue Flare was like,
I'm
"Yep."
staring at my OBS because I'm
It's
so behind on
crazy.
chat.
you can fit so many people in
Yes,
one
sir.
house.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no.
Your wall is a sheet. I've lived with a couple.
Your wall is a sheet. Damn, that speaks numbers. Your wall is a sheet.
Lots of dumpster diving meals, because you only have like 2 days to use the food.
I mean, honestly, it sounds pretty great if you have like literally just a backpack to your name. Save
Yeah,
fuck
huge
tons of money.
Traveler kids, lots of traveler kids would stay for like a month or two.
Surprisingly, my state, as backwards as it has at a time, has been hell of a polite LGBTQ plus community throughout, and they've been very welcoming to me and my constant stream of questions and understanding. That's awesome. Nothing to apologize for, Wappa. I don't know what I even apologize for. Okay. That's how great. That's how bad I am. I love my alumni so much. I've said this before, but the knowledge and community is awesome to me. Me too. I really love it that I just want to say I'm really proud of you, chat. I'm proud of you, chat. I'm really fucking proud of the chat that we've kind of cultivated here together. You know, you take care of one another. You take care of yourself. You're mirroring all the shit that I say and even more, and you're saying better shit as well. Because sometimes I don't have the fucking words for things, and then you just give me words, and I'm like, this is great. I love it here. We love each other, and it's a big old fucking supportive community. Exactly what I wanted. Just a support system for folks. Hell yeah. This is exactly what I want my chats to be like every single stream. Now, does it happen every single stream? Fuck no. But do I want it to? Yeah. Thank you for being here, Scarlett. Yes, the Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. You have to answer some welcome questions, and then you'll be on your way. There it is. Finger guns. Hello, hello, hello. I try, but after some point, I just start to question myself a lot. Ooh, yeah. This is back to Sam with the assholes who are like, oh, did you like your sexual assault? Like, no, fuck off. Some even felt like they had the courtesy to say that we didn't know because we didn't want to, and then we just want to give it a shot over and just to experience it. But it's not that way at all. I really can't put into words or how it is for us. We've definitely never asked for it. No, you do not. Sexual abuse is not your fucking fault. Rape is not your fault. Like, your abusers are abusive. Like, if anyone says otherwise and tries to tries to undermine your experiences, they can go fucking die in a hole. That's fucked.
I also want to add, it's okay to talk about what somebody did to you.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
it's not, like you're explaining something that happened to you, and that's always okay.
Exactly. It is always okay. And if anyone denies it, just be like, bro, what the fuck? Leave. Like, fuck you. Like, this literally happened to me. You can't tell me it didn't. It's exactly, Maki, perfectly described. To be blunt, being a system spaces where there are many poly understandable given being systems can often end up suffocating because the spaces are already so damn small. I'm scared to join any system service nowadays because I feel I'll run into my ex-best friend. Preach. Peach. Preach, not peach. I mean, it could also be a peach. Peach preach. I like peaches.
Peach.
Me too. They're good. Pants too tight. Yeah, I saw that. Poor pants. That's why I left the BDSM community in my area. It became very incestuous and too much drama. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, why, bro? Damn straight. Ironic, damn straight.
I'm
Want to
just
know
like, why can't people just be kinky and happy? Like, can we just keep it simple, y'all? Like, can we just keep this fucking simple? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Don't drag somebody else in the mud. If somebody has a problem in the community, you don't kick them out of the community. You support them in getting the proper help.
you know why? Because high school never ends. Honestly, though,
Yeah.
people get so fucking caught up with dumb drama shit and don't know how to be mature adults, which I think is very ironic for Polycool, because like the point of that is that you need to be mature adults and communicate shit properly. Want to know what's wild? Probably. I considered asking my ex-boyfriend's new boyfriend to be a third in our relationship before the breakup. Wheeze. Oh.
What? No. No.
No. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you self-sabotage yourself so hard? Like,
because that's all they
genuine
know.
question.
That's all they know. It's
Fair.
probably their answer. I'm sorry, Leo.
That's
his
I'm
answer.
sorry.
His answer. His
Just
answer.
fair.
I need to correct myself more often. I often question myself if I'm not really wanting to say no to it. That's why I went through all of it, and it always made me feel like it was all my fault. But I'm not the one, and I'm the one to blame for it. And you're not the one to blame for it. It is never your fault. Now picture that, but in the mountains, in Flathead, in a shitty shed. Shitty shed? Shitty shed? Shitty walk? What? Sometimes I low-key considered going crust punk, but that's how fed up I am with everything sometimes feel. I'll eat from the trash. I don't give a fuck. I've done it before. Fair.
Oh my goodness.
Sucks when the
Hardcore.
dumpsters get locked up, yeah. The fucking corpo culture around literal trash drives me up the wall, because you can sue grocery stores for food that they throw out and that you get sick on because they're technically responsible, because property laws are wild. Narrowly avoiding getting in trouble working at the Target Pizza Hut Express for giving hungry coworkers food at the end of the day instead of, throwing it away. Yeah, so stupid. Dirty kitchens and dishes got hard for me. Yeah. I vibe well with y'all. I'm not the most literate when it comes to the internet, but you guys make it more enjoyable. Love y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you. Also, my pronouns are they, them, for the record, in case you didn't know. Oh yeah, shit. Like Sam held against me. Like, I didn't say no when my previous ex did shit. I'm actually okay with knowing I gave active consent at times when I didn't want to. Then he truly wouldn't know. But there were times when I wouldn't say yes. I've had it held against me. It's been hard at times. Last argument I got into, I mentioned earlier, the fact I tried to stay with friends and my abuser was literally held against me. Hate to admit it kind of got to me. Yeah, it would get to you. Absolutely. It's a fucking big trigger. Had an ex try to use her previous polyamorous lifestyle as an excuse to sleep around while I work 10 hours a day.
That is not okay.
That's not okay. That's abusive. That's abuse.
That's still cheating.
That's still fucking cheating,
Cheating.
girl. Like,
Cheating can still happen inside of a poly relationship, and people's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, how about it?" Because everybody consent
needs
to the
to
relationship.
consent.
Even the primaries consent to the relationship or the relationship dynamic. People can still cheat. If you do not tell your partner that you're sleeping with someone, and don't tell them that you're sleeping with them, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
And not telling the other person that you have another person that you're in a relationship with is also another problem. It's cheating. Pure point blank. That is pure blown cheating, and I'm sorry, honey. You did not deserve that.
yeah. Or like telling them, well, I'm going to sleep with 10 people because you work 10 hours a day. So that's just my excuse and you just have to be okay with it. No, you fucking don't.
No.
Like,
No,
no.
if they want to
felt-
do that, that means they can walk out the door and never come back and no.
Exactly. And I felt bad I wasn't around more to be their partner, but I felt betrayed because we agreed to be monogamous. Oh, you were betrayed. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. In fairness, I didn't know how shitty my ex-best friend was at the time. It was obviously before he described me from my ex, yeah. I live in an area with lots of military bases as well, so plenty of soldiers were joining the community, being abusive, knowing they were only in the area temporarily. Yeah. So, like, they get their fucking hits on and their bruises down, and then they can just vamoose because military.
Yep.
That's wild and not okay, honestly. Feels like a weird excuse to me. Like, if you can be present in a relationship, maybe it's not a great idea to be in the relationship at that time. It's just an abuse tactic.
Yep.
It's not that complicated. It's an abuse tactic and manipulation. So fucked up, sorry you did with it. Yep. I feel like, honestly, in hindsight, maybe I wasn't ready for a commitment, but I just thought it'd be better, able to make our lives better. No. Have gain respect in self. Respect to self +1, please. Communication. Does the SpongeBob rainbow mean? Communication. Yeah, literally. Deadass.
I love that.
I understand that, but I meant for her, she cheated on you and she just excused it with being poly. Demonstrated she wasn't ready for an actual commitment. Y'all didn't deserve that at all, regardless of maybe happened to be not ready for a commitment at the time. Yo, best followers, primes, and viewers on mountviewers.com. Removed the space. Deleted by Jeffrey the Hedgehog. What? We banned him? We banned him? You can't ban him. We were going to be famous, Jeffrey. How dare you? We got to be We got to get famous, baby. We got to get our 10 million Twitch viewers to talk about mental health all at the same time. Hey, Hades, welcome in. Kitty, yes.
Welcome.
Yes, we have the kitty.
Meow.
This is Sky. This is my bastard child. He bothers me a million times a stream, and we love him. No, I don't. I was tired to ban the bot. I'm tired. Okay, that's my excuse. Scarlet, you want to be mod? I'll mod you, Scarlet. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. Love this mental health Monday topic. Yeah, it is a fucking topic and a half. Trigger warnings abound. I initially somehow misread the original message as the ex sleeping in for 10 hours a day. I'm so sorry. My brain's literal jello. Oh no, Leo, go to sleep. Hello. Oh, you know Hades. Hades knows you. Hades knows Ghoulee. Is that someone you know?
Yes.
Yes.
Kitty.
One thing I've had that everything is that I still have intentions I shouldn't have. I just can't get over it, and I even tried multiple times. Even the day when you're streaming, you had to stop the stream midway. Just talk to me. I still have intentions. I'm not sure what you mean. Please rub those paws for me. I rub the paws all the time.
Oh, shit.
Completely your call. It's the dissociation, not that tired. I'll be KO though. Oh my god, I hope you're okay. He's so damn cute. Tobian's the best beans. He is the best. He has the best beans. Here you go.
Beans.
Forgot to share Discord.
Yes.
Oops.
Why can't I mod you, Scarlet? Mod. Scarlet Panda. There we go. Boom. Say hello to our brand new sword. Sir. He is doing too damn much right now. You see this? I rub your toes. Oh my god.
Aw, is he purring?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Hey,
so
baby.
adorbs.
Oh,
So adorbs. He said, kiss me more. Kiss me, give me all the kisses. I want all the kisses. I want all the love. All in the world as I swing my little paws back and forth in all the love.
cutest paws. Oh,
He was
paws
like
scratch.
just dangling, just like, it's so cute.
Oh, now I want my baby.
Oh, he
inside.
just kisses. I
God,
can't.
you think this
He
is
just-
cute, and I'm just like, this is torture.
This is so adorable.
Hi, Jay.
Oh my
Welcome in.
god. Just all
Paws
the
scratch.
love.
Oh, we grabbed your hair. Oh.
Oh.
He's a literal fucking baby.
Yeah, my.
Oh
cat's-
my gosh, all the kisses. All the kitty kisses, even though they feel like razors on the face.
It's on my nose. My nose hurts. You can hear him lick now.
Baby.
So cute.
He's gotta clean you.
He does this like 20 times a stream, alright? So
Oh my god.
you come by a stream.
That
he will
would
be
that
doing
would definitely
this.
drive me crazy. It's like, all right, that's enough affection. You're
Yes,
licking off my makeup.
He's licking off my nose. No. This guy, no. 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 But Dad, I love you. No. But Dad, I love you. No.
Oh, that makes sense, Sam. I think a lot of us who suffer through mental health, we have all felt that way.
I feel that way. Yeah, I feel that, Sam, for sure. But just know that you have a lot of things to look forward to. All right.
Is that Expedus? Express? How do you?
Zyprus is how I said it.
Oh, Zyprus.
He's never corrected me.
Zyprus.
Well, but why do all your
Cypress.
cats look like the gentlest beings ever? I want to cuddle them because they are
Right?
they are very soft and gentle.
To answer that question, I think they should never have a platform ever again.
Yeah.
For those other
should
streamers
be
who are
debuffed.
partnered and shit like that abuse other people like that, they should never have a platform.
Especially if
shouldn't-
there's evidence, like
Yeah.
Right. Hardcore evidence they're being harassing and stuff like this is against like their guidelines. Like get them off of Twitch. They don't deserve to, if this is something that they constantly do just for kicks, they should not be on this in this space at all. At all.
I think I know what stream you're talking about too. I feel like I know what you're talking about. It's trauma. It's lies. It's hard to see a future when you're in the had space. It's understandable. So it's hard to feel like there's anything good enough to stick around for. Sometimes you just have to focus on those tiny little things. Go from there. Any reason is a good reason to stay alive. Push comes to shove. Yeah. How you say my name is correct somehow. I feel like there's some partners that get away with 10 times more than any affiliate non-contract streamer. Yeah, absolutely, because they have that contract, so they have people protecting them from Twitch's wrath, say so to speak.
Because they end up having managers. Once you get partner, you get designed.
If only once you get at least 2,000 consecutive subs, you can get a Twitch partner manager to help you out.
Really?
Please do not
they'll
chew my
drop
hair.
you. They'll drop you if you don't keep
They'll
up
drop
your
you if
sub
you don't
count
reach
too.
those sub counts, and that's not
What?
just prime sub counts either. That's like organic sub counts. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
gift
same.
feeds
That's
don't
same
count.
for the 70 split. You can only argue the 70 split for yourself once you have at least 2,000 consecutive subs, which is I think is funny to me because they have the
Wait,
same metric
that
that I do for going full time, which is 2,000 consecutive in a 6-month period and continue to grow. Because they want you to bring in new viewers to Twitch, aka more watchers for their advertisements, aka more potential like subscribers and spenders of chat, spenders of bits, whatnot, etc. Yeah. How long is the stream going for? Probably
At this point, it's like a part of me is
to.
like every time I keep saying like I want to be partner, so I can like be of help. It's like every single thing that keeps coming about Twitch and his partner program keeps making it less appealing. It just keeps getting less appealing.
So I want to become partner because it does offer opportunities. Hello?
Right. But I just, man, like a part of me is like, even if is it even worth it?
Yo, Time and Ace, thanks for the $69. Nice. For Transgender
nice.
Law Center. That meets our $300 goal. So what was that about a goal? Also, I don't know how to add to your pie chart, but call me a 4. Oh, here is the check-in link. Sorry about that. Diamond Ace, thank you so much for the dono to Transgender Law Center. That is fucking amazing. Like, fuck
Nice.
yes. We've been raising money for that charity for 2 weeks now. And that hits
Nice.
our, I'm just going to call it, that's our final goal of the $300. That was going to be, like, today was going to be the last day to do any donations for that because we have another charity in 2 weeks because I'm charity crazy this month. But yeah, thank you so fucking much. That so helps out so much. That's going to help out trans kids in Florida. And, oh, Cypress, you're doing the thing. Bruh.
Go Cypress.
Thank you for doing the thing, Cypress. Jesus Christ. You're so
That's
kind.
the thing is like, my question is,
The
do you
vibe
think
gifted.
it's worth it though? Like, do you think that is worth going through the stress of like making sure that you get enough subs? Being like partner, like that's just crazy.
So once you have here's the thing of my thing about wanting partner. I want partner because A of all, like the reach is nice, like 75 average. I'm not gonna push for partner. I think they're kind of silly. I think pushes are silly for any goal.
They're useless.
There's a good argument for it that I can explain in a minute, but I want partner because I want partner for the community mostly, which is why I'm going to do organically grow this community, right? And I'm just gonna do what I do, and we're gonna grow that way, right? And the thing with partner is that there is more opportunities allotted to you because you have like those metrics. Like a lot of companies only look at you for your metrics and only value you for your like CCV metrics, like how many people are going to see your advertisement if they're going to sponsor you, for instance. So there's that part of it that is attractive to become partner. Also additional, sub slots. Sorry, emote slots. I can't brain right now. I can't speak. Emote slots are very, very nice. You get an extra 5 automatically once you get partner, so it's super nice. You also get 1080 streams, but you also, more importantly, you get your streams are broadcasted automatically out in multiple.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, I try to keep it to 720 because most viewers and lurkers are on mobile, and mobile can only really realistically handle 720. So being able to put it down to like 480 and 360 is actually critically important to getting more people to watch and being able to watch your stream. So being able to unlock that and unlock also increased bit rates. So if you have an increased internet, you can make your quality even higher with higher bit rates.
Wow.
And again, those multiple tiers of can down the video.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's a lot of cool things with the partner. So for those reasons, I want to get partner. Basically, more opportunities for like front page spots also open up. More opportunities for companies seeing you as a legitimate thing open up, etc. So forth. It all builds upon each other. So it's basically successful people become more successful over time, theoretically.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, because I just I've been listening to a lot of people who are partnered, like people who are really, really top notch versus people who are smaller forms of partner.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own different reasons, but I feel like for people of color, being partner is no different than being affiliate. From what I've been hearing, because the way that people of color being treated, they don't get opportunities for sponsorships.
No, because they're not seen as necessarily marketable unless they're family friendly.
Right. Right.
Or they have super good connections.
Mm-hmm. So it's just that's why I guess for me it's just why I want to be partners, so I can bring more awareness into people's lives and how to protect themselves, how to take care of themselves, and bring in more sense of mental stability through physical practice, and also doing art to honestly build up my animation studio and to inspire other artists. But it's will that even be accessible when people of color now are not properly being treated right?
Right.
And they're already partnered.
And I think Raven has kind of proved in a way that you can still speak out about Twitch but still get partner because of it.
Right. But also my question is what areas is she's being gatekeeped out of because of it too?
A lot. Colorism up the fucking wazoo. You can I talked to her actually, we're friends, I think. I would like to say that me and Raven are friends, and we talk just casually, and she has been gatekeeped so many times via colorism, via just she's too fucking spicy for people, because she real talks and people are afraid of that, and she knows she's not that marketable. She knows she's not super fucking family friendly tokenism black.
Right.
And unfortunately, Blizzbear, if you know him, he's someone who was tokenized during Black History Month. He was literally on the front page every single fucking stream.
Yeah.
Which stressed him and his mods the fuck out.
Yep.
You can imagine.
Yep.
So he knows he was fucking tokenized. And it sucks because he's advertisable. He's nice and wholesome and comfy and approachable and friendly looking. He's a safe black. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's fucked. It's completely fucked.
Just that's what I'm saying.
Also, by the way, Zypress, I know you said you were concerned about the cat thing. No, that was Alinity, and she literally fucking shucked the cat behind her. I just gently toss Sky to the side, and we say that I yeet fucking Sky away. He's fine.
Just yeah. But I'm going to have to head out soon because my partner is about to do his thing on his computer and play with friends.
Sure thing.
So I love you guys, and I would love to continue this conversation. And feel free to hit me up.
We love you, Maki. Thank you for being here.
Love you. Loving meeting you too. I can't wait to. What days do you stream?
Right now, Monday and Tuesdays are usually my Twitch nights. So tomorrow I'm painting.
Okay. Do you do morning or PM?
PM.
Okay.
Night
cool.
Human.
Cool. I will catch your stream then. Bye, guys. Love
Bye.
yous.
I'm over here now and hidden by all the posters. It's great. Hi, I don't know how much longer you have, but I'd like to finish up chat at the very least.
Yeah.
And then we can figure out what we want to do, where we want to raid out to.
Ooh.
But yeah, fuck yeah. Corporations will find an excuse to throw breadcrumbs towards literal minority groups, especially on platforms like this. This is disgusting shit. Yep. They just want to have a reason to say they're woke or whatever. Barely any protections, too, for this exposure to the harassment. Yeah, I imagine that, like, this month is Twitch's Women's History Month, and they actually revealed to all the black creators that were featured that they were the experiment group for the Women's History group.
What?
Yeah, so some Tilsani fucking shit here. Level shit here. All the black folks that were picked for, like, you know, Black History Month to be on the front page and stuff. That was it was a test. It was just a fucking prank, bro. They were the experiment group to see, like, you know, if they were properly putting them in the carousel and putting them in, like, in a proper place on Twitch. They weren't sure if they were or not. It was just an experiment, ooh-woo. Yeah, really fucked. Really incredibly fucked. Deeply fucked. So, you know, the women are just experiment group number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Untapped Keg. Oh yeah, Maki, you want to come back? I'm sorry that I fucking just dropped this after you left. Yeah. Untapped Keg, how are you not following before? I feel like I should be offended. But how are you doing, mate? Welcome, man. That explains everything.
I share.
Let's see here. But yeah. Honestly, I hate Twitch. I have no other better platform to resort to, and I have so many friends I've made through this platform that hold dearly to me. Yeah, Twitch is really good for community, but YouTube is best for growth, which is what I've said before, and that's why I focus on YouTube a lot. Thank you guys. I love you all. Love you too, Sam. Rella. It's Rella right now. Yeah, truthfully, this late-stage capitalism world aren't really better and good options, so kind of a shit show. True. When the fuck did I stop following you? I don't know. When did you stop following me? I'm so confused. Yeah, the last time you were... I'm so confused, Keg. I'm so fucking confused, mate. Yeah, that's such bullshit treatment. It is. Listen. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna link BlizzBear's tweet thread. Now I know some of you don't use Twitter, and that's fine. But you should take a fucking gander through Blizz's fucking tweet thread about it. If I can find it. If I can fucking find it. I'll find it.
I know, I'm trying to find something I read, but I can't find it.
We'll find it eventually. But either way. Either fucking way. It's fucked. Welcome in. Yes. I'd swear I followed you a long time ago. I thought you did too. Well, I agree that all people should have equal rights to jobs and such. I know my company tries to hit certain percentages of workforce, aka enough vets, females, etc., to be able for certain federal benefits and tax write-offs. Yeah. Businesses do this. They do the... I forgot what the fucking term is. I can't brain right now. What's the term? Oh, someone in chat. What's the fucking term for this? It's like... Oh my god. Like, they fucking try to meet their quotas, I guess, is what it is. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, can you just join back in? Wait.
I can drag Maki back up.
Yeah, drag Maki back.
Hi.
Yeah. What? Wait. What?
Yeah. I need to find the specific tweet threads about it. But basically, Twitch didn't know what the fuck they were doing when it came to, like, promoting the the Black History Month stuff. So like that's why it was like so inconsistent on like whether they were in the carousel or not, or like where they were on the main site in general. Like they were so far down sometimes.
Oh wait,
And the
wait,
same
wait,
shit
wait.
is
So
happening with
are you?
women. So
It
they were
was
the fucking experiment group.
So wait, so like the post of like Twitch posting like, oh fuck, I know the post. He shared the post about how Twitch did not, apparently dealing with their system, it couldn't handle 1,300 people on the carousel because they didn't
Yeah,
know
no
that
shit.
it could do or that or not. I'm just like, y'all should have known this shit beforehand. Why do you guys should have done this shit way before? Don't sit here and promise shit that you guys can't keep. And I talked to my partner who works in tech. He's like, it's most likely is because you got
There's a
2 to
couple of
3
threads.
different departments in Twitch, who basically you got people who are behind the scenes with the tech stuff, with the coding and stuff, versus people who are doing PR. And we all know that fucking Twitch's PR fucking group is shit as shit. So they don't communicate. And obviously seeing that shows they don't communicate. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Sorry, but not sorry. But yeah.
Oh man, this got me livid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it got me. I was mad about it too. Trust me. Whole other fucking thing. Like that's why people parade out. There's some way how to prove that this privilege is fucked up, but it's truly backwards tactic. Genuinely harms in the worst run. I'm blanking on it too. Some kind of diversity incentive. I can't fucking think of the term. And this might sound so awkward and weird, but I really kind of have a crush on it. Would like, if you're single. I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask Ghoulee Core. Aw.
Again, thank you. I do have a partner. Doom VHS. He joins in sometimes.
Just holy cow. All right, I'm gonna read this. And while I read this,
How do you suck so hard as a company you don't know how to market what? Women's Month, we're calling it women, and adding non-binary is what we call Women's Month. Yep. Also true.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. That's why it's just like.
Then just have
That's why
non-binary month.
this is why I'm diversifying my content as much as I can. Like just branching out because like this is just ridiculous. This is just so sad.
Yep.
But all right, I gotta go. Love you guys.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace. But yeah. Anyway.
Twitch.
Here it is. I've been on Twitch's front page every time I've gone live this month. Let's talk about it, a thread. That's Blizzbears.
Oh,
Really
I did
Google.
see that.
Don't you know that non-binary actually means women light? But not just that, AFAB women light. Yeah, that's right. I'm totally AFAB women light, aren't I? Everyone here knows me. I've been non-binary for my entire fucking Twitch existence. I'm definitely AFAB women light.
Just open that one. Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, I just showed my tits. Am I going to be banned now, Twitch? I was just trying to show my chest hair, honestly. It was an honest mistake, Twitch. Ooh woo. Don't ban me. Fucking. Everyone knows AMAB non-binary people don't exist in any capacity. No, never. Sorry if I made it awkward. I just want to let it out. I really love your vibe, and yeah, I'm sorry. Listen, we can respectfully stan Ghoulee Gore and anyone else here. But yes, dating is off the table. We're not here to date people on Twitch.tv, which is not a dating website, I swear. Although, had us an IO, so fuck if I know anything. Anyway, nudity on this stream, I'm out. Damn, Cypress, you're out for fucking nudity? You stick around for Smash or Pass on Pokemon and Dungeons and Dragons and NFTs, but nudity is where you draw the line? Alright, fine. I guess you just weren't cut out for this community in the first place. Yeah. If Twitch bans WAB, I'm gonna Twitch HQs. I'll be the big upset. Insert joke about how sex sells here. Yeah, sex sells. Let's go. 10,000 viewers. He's doing it. He's pulling out his old dick and balls and shaving them live on stream. Let's go. Oh my god. Anyway, Ghoulee, do you have anything else to add to the conversation before we go completely off the fucking rails? Fuck me.
No, I think That's a great, great ending.
Great place to end it. All right. We stand. All right. That's the last Stream Raiders battle as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Mental Health Monday. I'm going to play a little outro video. This stream is sponsored by Manscaped. Actually, I asked Manscaped to sponsor me, and they said, don't call us, we'll call you. Actually, I have to check my email. I haven't checked my actual email in fucking forever to see if they sponsored me or not. But either way, yeah, no, they haven't sponsored me yet. Anyway, yeah. Let's go play the outro video. Ghoulee Ghoul, thank you so much
Thank you.
being on here for Mental Health Monday.
I really
You're
like
heckin'
Mental Health
amazing.
Monday. Mental
Me
Health
too.
Monday is important.
It is so fucking important. We love it. We stan. And we stan you, and we stan fucking Maki.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Maki was so cute.
Maki's great. Maki is great. All right, so I'm going to do a little shout out for Maki. I'm going to do a shout out for Ghoulee Gore. Yeah, I guess Twitch unfollowed you. It happens sometimes. I'll give you a thigh. Best I offer. All right, put the thigh in the Discord. Waba, if you get banned, you can post a whole, I don't know. That wasn't allowed. I didn't know that wasn't allowed. Yeah. I'll do my YouTube apology, right? I'll do my YouTube apology. Get all the attention. Those kitties weren't wearing hats. I'm offended. Be offended. Not trying to make like a dating say Waba. I know. I'm just making a joke. I relate to her like a lot. It's not talking much. Common stuff. I always want to be like her. Yeah, I feel that. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. It's all right, untap keg. Stop it. Yeah. The best makes my night every Monday. You're all so fucking... You're all wholesome. I love you. I'm really proud of you. Please continue to take care of yourself and your mental health. And we'll see you. We'll see you next time, everyone. All right. Say bye. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching Mental Health Monday. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give the video a like, put a comment down below, and share it with a friend. If you want to catch it live, feel free to follow us on Twitch. The link is in the description below. As always, mental health is an open and ongoing discussion, so feel free to say hello and then, come talk with us about mental health. I love the topic, always talk about it. It's a chill atmosphere, it's a safe space. Sometimes we get a little chaos and chaotic, but it's still a safe space all the same. If you also enjoyed the guests and what they had to say, you can check out their content as well. I put their Twitch links in the description below. As for the rest of my socials, they're also down there. Twitter, Instagram, and the Discord if you want to join. As always, take care of yourself, do some self-care today, and be well. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Come catch Waba live only on Twitch.